Hey everyone, Slayer here to introduce Nasty and Friends from BDC Studios, a podcast where two friends who met in the Army Reserves get together and talk about shit. One's a firefighter and the other has a funny laugh. So sit back, get rid of your kids, and hold on to your because it's about to get nasty, friends.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends with Pagnasty and Spicy Motherfucking Brown.
Episode 19, let's set the mood. Record lights on. We got 2 drinks apiece, double fisting. Got our normal drinks. Got some homemade whiskey sours.
Yep.
Pants are off.
Yep.
And I'll give you nasties 3 guesses who's sitting across from me, but you're only gonna need one. We got the sexiest spicy motherfucking Brown in the house.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Oh my god, dude. Good, man. It's been a good fucking day. I'm happy to be here. BD motherfucking C Studios. I couldn't be happier, man.
Dude, episode 19. It's crazy.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Crazy. Talking earlier, we were watching the Olympics. We might have been watching preseason football. Fucking Chiefs.
Yeah.
And a commercial came on, and you said, no. You just brought up the rum ham.
Oh, yeah.
It took me back to episode 1. I'm like, I said I haven't had ham since we did the rum ham, and I'm like,
yeah, me either.
God damn, we got to do that again. 100th episode, like
oh
to
yeah,
bring it all, tie it all together. We'll do another rum ham, dude. That shit was titties.
Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah,
I've never had rum ham up until
neither.
then, and then just like you, like I said earlier, I haven't had it since. I don't remember anyway.
I just got the idea from Always Sunny, and then leading up into the first episode, it's like a lot of the stuff we were going to talk about, especially back then when, back then we were episodes behind where we were going to catch up and finally talk about them. Like a lot of it was based on Always Sunny, and they did the rum ham on there, and it was fucking great. Like, let's try it, and it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So,
but fuck rum ham. Like we feasted earlier. If you want to talk about that.
Oh my god. Yeah, we might be a little.
We're still suffering from it.
Yeah. It might take a little bit to get into it, but yeah, I mean, we had a fantastic supper. So we had steaks, frog eye salad, some pasta salad.
Yeah, typical.
We were eating what's that cheese dip?
It's Rotello's with Velveeta and some hamburger.
And we smashed a bag of chips prior to that. It's been good. So we're trying to gather ourselves. We had some deer burgers made up, some
German sausages.
Yeah.
Sausages.
So
brats.
Yeah. We got done eating about an hour ago. We're still trying to gather ourselves. So stick with us, folks. We'll get there.
Yeah, plus we were drinking all day. We'll get into that too.
What?
Yeah.
Nah.
Allegedly.
Prove it.
Wait, I had a steak, and then of course the 2 sides. Then I was like, you know what? I better get one of these deer burgers because you don't get those very often. They were fucking delicious. Shouts out JPEGs. I smashed one of those, and then I ate half of a German brat, which all of it was so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
So,
we like food here. We talk about food, so
it's surprising, It's surprising, I'm sure, but no, we love food. We smash, dude. I was hungry as fuck, so. Yeah, I'm a little tired.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll get to it. We'll get into some subjects. I'm sure that will get us pumped up.
No. Today you asked me how I'm doing. I'm fucking happy. It's been a great weekend. Hanging out with the Nasties, with Pagnasty and JPEGs. Today we went out and went to Westport and we hit some bars. Had a little bit of food. Hunted some motherfucking Pokemon.
Yeah, you guys went.
Bitch.
Yeah, you and Cam went insane. You got some.
I pretty much had my phone on the whole time. But like you said, like we didn't miss out on any conversation.
No, not at all. And it's interesting because, like I said, I've said it before. I don't play it. It's awesome to see. I think my funniest thing to me is you guys are like, I can't wait to get back and talk shit on Cam's kids. She's saying like they're gonna be so pissed off. Like to me, that's like the funniest.
That is funny. But like you guys will be in a conversation and something will pop up on my phone and I'm like, some shit that you don't know what it is.
Right.
Like the kids, they know, like they've watched the TV, the show, they've had the cards. A new Pokemon to me is some shit I've never seen before. I don't know if it's valuable or not, and they'll be like, "Oh shit, that's rare. Get that."
Yeah.
Like me, I'm just like, "This is some new shit. We gotta get this." So some new shit will pop up, and I'll like hit Cam. I'm like, "Look!" Like I just like show her my phone. She's like, "Oh shit, I gotta pull it up. I gotta capture that." But no, that's fun. And then those like a lot of like noticing, like walking around. We're hanging out. We're having food. We didn't eat that much, but we were having some drinks. We're watching the Olympics. A lot of different events were on, and then we were getting ready for preseason football. The Chiefs. But before that started, I'm looking around at the same time, and I see a lot of people playing Pokemon. And then those one people stopped us. They're like, there was a fucking, and I don't even remember what it was because it was some shit I was unfamiliar with. But like, did you guys catch the so and so? We were like, no. And they're like, oh, it must be down this way. Thanks, you know. No, it's a lot of fun. And Kansas City is fucking awesome. I had a great time. Beautiful weather.
Oh, it's
beautiful
awesome.
Friends.
It was perfect.
I couldn't ask for a better day, man. It was great. Then we came back. J-Pags went to work, you know.
Yeah, she's awesome cooking.
Yeah, she fired up charcoal, fired up the sides, and cooked the burgers, cooked the sausage, grilled the steaks. I mean, fuck, then you started whipping up some fucking drink.
Oh, yeah, the homemade whiskey sours,
yeah,
which are
delicious.
phenomenal.
Delicious.
Yeah, I love those things. Perfect way to start off an evening or like nightcap or anytime. You can't drink them all night, like they're too sweet.
Yeah,
it's nice to have like one or two.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
One of the cool things that you took us to a bar close to your house. I don't even remember what the name of the bar was.
I think it's called the American Garage.
Okay, that sounds about right.
I believe is what it's called. So,
but fuck, it was awesome. Dude.
Yeah, it's just the thing is I don't know if it's really an actual garage. It looks like it, but I feel like it's an actual garage you can get your vehicle worked on, and the other side is like it's a restaurant / bar.
Yeah,
and you can go in there. And it's just like the way that it's decorated. I just think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they have like drive shafts hanging up. You know, they have like license plates everywhere. Just a bunch of like cool shit. Like I see something new that I didn't notice from the last time. You know, they have like decent array of alcohol. So you know, they get taps and stuff like that. So I mean, it's just a nice cool place to like hang out. We went there. There's a lot of older people there. We were there in the afternoon, and you know they were cool. Like one guy even was like, "Hey, do you four want to sit on this side of the bar? Like I can move." We're like, "No, we're okay." So like it's awesome. Like everybody that comes down, I like to take them there. Because
it's cool, man.
Yeah, our friend Katie showed it to us when we came down. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So.
Yeah, I liked it. Like a lot of the signs on the wall, a lot of the decorations on the wall. There's real motorcycles in there. There's motor parts. You roll up and it's a fucking garage. I mean, it's a legit place that used to be a full like auto shop. Like the bay doors that open up and the sign. I remember just seeing the sign when I first rolled up and it said bar and grill, diner, and then like small auto work. So the last bay, it might be. They might do that. It
probably still is. I haven't really looked into it too far, but
it's a fucking awesome bar as far as bars go. It's awesome. And then we were talking like that's a great idea, like to incorporate shit like that because and I when I was in College Station, Texas, around this time 4 years ago, and that's where Texas A&M plays.
Right.
It was right around the time they were joining. I think it was back in their golden days when they had Johnny Football, but
never heard of them.
But they left Texas A&M when they left the Big 12 and they went to the ACC. They became the biggest ACC school because they got over 51,000 people. I was down there at Teeks doing some training for a couple weeks, and I was living it up, dude. They put me up in the Army. They put me up in the Hilton. I had a rental car. I was fucking balling out of control. I was hanging with the Houston unit and some of those fucks. Schumann. That's what I was thinking about. When you do training, you meet guys, and every few years you'll see them. So there's a couple guys I knew from the Houston unit. Some of the guys knew just guys I knew. They're like, "Oh, you're from Lincoln." One of the dudes is a little Mexican dude. I want to say he was asking about Meston and Navasco. I can't remember.
Not Molina? Yeah. That's weird.
Molina ended up going down there. Like the day I was supposed to leave, my flight got canceled. There was bad storms. Molina ended up making it in, and then I just stayed with him. But I was there for 2 weeks, and then the day I left, he came, and then he was there for another week. But anyway, while I was there, I wasn't going to pay to have my laundry done at the hotel because it's expensive as fuck. So I go to this place. It's called Harvey Wallbangers. It's on Harvey Street, and it was this big bar / laundromat.
Which you wouldn't think would be very... I mean, it's like when you first hear it, you're like, oh, it's probably not that great. No. And then like you think a little bit more, you're like, that's actually pretty smart. At least on like the business side, for sure. Business especially side. In a college town. In a college town that fucking big. Yeah. So, I went there, dropped my lunch off, and they're like, if you go to the bar, honey, get a burger. This is the best burgers in the city. And I just remember which also sounds fucked up. That also sounds weird. Like it's a laundromat. Like how good are your burgers? Yeah. But I remember I didn't say. I was just like, oh, okay, thank you. But in my head, I'm scoffing. Like, I'll be the judge of what the best burgers in the city are. You have no fucking idea who you're fucking with.
Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
you know,
Chili's probably has better burgers.
right. Yeah. Everybody says that. You know, everybody. Oh, this is the best burgers in the city. I'll be the judge of this. So it's cool because you put your laundry in, and then you go to the bar. They had it was all inside, but it was separate, so you could walk into the bar. They had like a lounge area in between there where they had like you could hang out, read, and plug your computer in, and then they had a real bar area. They had stuff on the chalkboard. They have special shit. They had this like goat cheese thing they recommended to me, and they said we only get this every so often. And I ordered a drink, ordered a burger, and there's a big board that has every washer and dryer on a board with lights on it. And when your shit's done, the light either either goes on or off, but it lets you know the shit's done. I'll go throw in the dryer and then come back and that's pretty awesome. It's smart,
dude.
Man.
Yeah, that's very awesome.
And it was clean. It wasn't like a janky like place.
Yeah, I've been to some nasty ass laundromats, dude. The one time, where was it? We were in Philly when we all went.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That was pretty shitty. And then we found some bars close. I remember walking out, bar hopping, and waiting for the van. And
yeah.
You didn't go to Fort Riley, Kansas with us?
No.
Out there in either it was Ogden or Junction City. We had a shady laundromat. And we're out there, we fit in pretty well because we're drinking like tall cans of beer with like brown paper bags wrapped around it, just drinking. In a like 120 degree laundromat, like sweating and stinking. We're like right next to the projects or some shit. Like they probably thought we were from there, like the way we were acting. But anyway, no. So I get the burger at our Harvey Wallbangers, and it was fucking great. Like it was to the and then plus like where I'm from, you know, like we got Sinful Burger, we got Stella's. Like I love good burgers.
Yeah.
There's Dinkers, there's other burgers. Like this was up there with that. That's how good the burger was, and I was like, "You motherfuckers!" Like I should have kissed that old broad that told me. Like, I scoffed at it in my head.
Bamboozled you, man.
Yeah. These burgers were cock, dude.
At least you decided to like try it and just not like nah, fuck that. I'm not gonna try it at all. So.
Yeah, I like to do that. You know, like of course I'm gonna get a beer because I'm a gentleman.
Of course.
But you know, like if I'm at a spot, you know, I'm like, oh, you got the best wings or you got the best burgers. Yeah. Fuck it, give me one. You know, and I'm glad I did. The burgers were great, and then I thought about it, I'm like, that's a great idea. Like. Anytime you have a bar with anything on it.
That's pretty much what because we were talking about it earlier.
That's what we were talking about. So like you have a mechanic shop. Boom, put a bar there. You know, whatever. That works with so much stuff. Like you go do something, you got to wait. Like put a bar there. You know, and then it's just smart. I don't know why those don't exist more, especially in like college areas. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it was fucking smart. Anyway, the bar, the mechanics area, bar that was fucking awesome. Great decoration. Just seeing people watching today. It wasn't great. We were in kind of a more classy place.
Upscale, yeah.
We did see that one chick when we first were rolling up, and she had the shaved hair on the sides, and she was running across the street, and her titty, like I'm like sure one of her titties is gonna flop out. So I got my fingers crossed, you know, like, please. And you said some shit.
I said something about like run slower. Because the JPEGs is like I don't think she's wearing a bra. And I was like lucky.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, but people watching it was good. It was just cool. I love just going to other cities and seeing shit. But everybody's friendly. Everybody we ran to encounter was friendly, and it's a cool place and it's popping.
Yeah, it was pretty busy. I mean, the fact that we found a parking spot right away and stuff, which is. Yeah. It's a fucking miracle in itself. Oh, yeah. So I like the area. Yeah, people are eating, drinking, and you expect whatever. Like when you go to different bars, like usually football or baseball, or whatever. It's just cool when it's like Olympics. Every bar is watching Olympics, and it reminded me of when I was in PA during the World Cup 2 years ago. Yeah. And every bar we went to, everybody's watching the World Cup, and it's just cool. It's different, you know, and that's not usual. Yeah, exactly. Usually, you could go on Chiefs. Yeah, of course, you would see like the Chiefs, you know, or local shit. But to see the Olympics everywhere you go and everybody's watching, everybody's talking about it. It was just the buzz, and it was great, man. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, as always, man. It's fun, and I'm glad we got to experience it. And like I said, we wanted to hit there because there's a lot of Pokemon there for you guys. So yeah, that's what I did research. You know, it's like go to fucking Westport. It's okay. No, it's good. I like the area, and it's fun. There's a bunch of little shops. You can do some shopping and stuff. And like I haven't only been there like once or twice myself, so you know, just clunk. To experience it again is just is a blast. So, yeah, and the bars weren't too packed. The ones that we went to, which is always great. So I spent my years, early to mid 20s, in bars that you're just shoulder to shoulder and stuff, and
can't do it.
It's not my scene anymore.
No,
but every once in a while it's not bad. Like obviously, because I moved from Lincoln down here, or if I go to any place that's like Chiefs game, I don't mind it because everybody's wearing Chiefs gear, or like if you're at a Husker game, you go to a bar in Lincoln and it's packed. Like every once in a while, like that doesn't bother me at all. So, but yes, sir.
Shit, dude. But no, talking about bars and talking about like experiences and shit. So I got this story from work that you kind of know a little bit about it, but I didn't want to tell you about it because I'm like, I gotta say this shit for the podcast.
Right.
It's not great, but it's for the experience is pretty unique. So I want to share it. I want to share it with you, and I want to share it with the Nasty and Friends listeners.
Nasty and Friends Army out there.
So we got this guy at work. He's not a fireman. He's there's a grant, so he works for the Public Education Bureau.
Okay.
So those fucks, they work. Like on the fire department, you have guys that are in suppression that work 24 on. The shift that I work, that work at firehouses, they do fire suppression. That's what they call it. And then they got the bureau fucks that they have office jobs. They work 40 hours a week. They don't work overnights. They work desk jobs, and a lot of the shit they do is important. Some of those dudes are working it because they're in training, or they're in pub ed, or they're in fire and inspections or investigations because they have a specialty, or they want to help in a different way, or they're injured, or some of them are just bitches. You know what I mean? Like, some of these dudes, I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, you got a job, you work as a secretary, except you're not a secretary. You're a guy that doesn't even know how to use a computer, but instead of making like $80 a year, sucking at your job, fire you, hire a great secretary for $40 a year,
right? And
we get a lot more shit done. You lazy fuck, get on a rig if you want to work. But I'm not going to go on that. And some people might be listening to this like, hey, I like working in suppression because I'm home every night. Well, whatever. Don't tell people you're a fireman when you tell them you're a fucking secretary.
Right.
Anyway, that's off topic. There's a guy named Sergio. He got hired. He's actually related to somebody that is at my station. Okay. And this guy is great. They hired him on a grant. He's not like I said, he's not a fireman. He works just for public education. And great guy. He's really doing a lot in the area of town that I work because there's so many people that don't speak English. And so they're reaching out to that part of the town and doing stuff that hasn't been done before.
That's awesome.
Like pub ed talks and telling people what to do. And just recently they had a deal where they brought cameras and a drone and interviewed us on what we do, whatever. They're going to air it on Spanish television and shit like that. But anyway, this guy's awesome. He's super friendly. He's been coming around a lot ever since the beginning of the summer. Before that, Cinco de Mayo, before that, he was there. But he's always coming on our shift because we're the cool shift and he's related to somebody at my station. But he's like, hey, there's this farm we go to and I want to take you guys.
And that's all he says?
Pretty much.
It's a farm I want to take you guys.
It's a farm where you get drunk and you eat tacos. He's like, you guys will like it.
Okay, yeah. Because if he just says
farm,
that's a little weird.
Sketchy. Yeah.
If you say drink, eat tacos, I get it.
Yeah. There's drinking involved. So it's like, hey. All right, we're in. So it was like a week away and we're talking about like, this sounds pretty good. And we heard a little bit about it, but so it opens up at 8. It's not a public place.
Okay.
So this is just a farm.
So this guy's your in.
I guess anybody could go to this, but if you cause trouble, you got to go and you can't leave. And it's on private property, so sometimes the police hang outside of this and try to wait for people and shit. Yeah, that's kind of the shit they do. But I guess anybody could go to this. You don't have to be like, hey, I know so-and-so. But it's not like an advertised place. It's not a business.
Okay,
it's just a private place. Saying. It's just a private farm. So we roll up to this. Well, actually, we get off work at 7 a.m. It doesn't open until 8, so we hit one of the local bars that open up at 7, and we go there. We order a couple pitchers, and so we're drinking.
Is this the last day of your set, or do you?
I really don't remember.
Not that it matters.
It was a couple weeks ago.
Just out of curiosity.
But no, I really don't remember. But I just know it was a Saturday morning.
Okay.
So we get off Saturday morning at 7. We meet in the parking lot. We jump into people's cars. We consolidate. We go to the bar. We order a couple pitchers. We drink that, and we consolidate. And then we go to this place. And he's like, make sure you park. You know, there's a couple cars that come in. We consolidate cars because there's not a lot of parking. But there's like, make sure you park somewhere we can get in. Because people get rowdy. You get blocked in there. You want to be able to leave. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Smart. Leaving yourself an out.
Mm-hmm.
I like where this guy's head is at.
Yeah.
His head is at.
Yeah. So we roll up. It's in the city. I mean, it's you know, like it's not in the.
Right.
It's a little farm. It's a small farm. You roll up and there's this big barn. All right. There's dirt floors. There's people hanging outside. There's a couple people inside, and they're getting ready to go. So you walk in, and there's a bar in front of you, and it's got different like sugar, coffee, a couple beverages there, and then in the back they have like a cauldron with pork and stuff and the fixings for taco stuff. So I'm like, okay. So my dude Sergio is the guy I was talking about who was our in there. Mm-hmm. He gives me and my other buddy a Dickies cup. So everybody else, you pay $5, you get a red Solo cup.
Yeah.
I don't know, is that 16 ounces or 12 ounces?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I get one of those. Me and my buddy get a Dickies cup, the yellow cup with the Dickies from the barbecue place.
Huge fucking cups.
So he's like, here, I'm going to hook you up, dude. I was like, okay. So he gets the cup and he puts coffee, like instant coffee in it. Like the strong instant coffee, the stuff you just put hot stuff in. Sugar, some chocolate, and then some clear liquid out of a bottle. And he says it's moonshine. And I was like, or no, I'm sorry. He says it's Everclear. And I said, okay. He said they usually use, for this, they usually use Everclear or they use this Mexican moonshine that's made out of sugar cane. And I said, okay. I trust you, dog. You make it. I'm
yeah, right.
So he makes that. So then...
you drop a roofie in it too, maybe?
I don't think he did. That was pretty coherent the rest of the whole day. But
okay.
I was hoping. You always hope.
Yeah, for sure.
You always hope. You know? Kind of shatters your confidence when
when
happens.
you remember the rest of the day.
Nothing happened. When you wake up and put your finger in your butt, you're like, nope, nothing happened.
Nope, it's not sore today.
Not sore today. Sad. So they fix up our cups and then you stand in line and then there's a pen area where they bring in a cow and then there's a guy with the fucking cow and they milk the cow right into your cup.
Oh shit!
So and he's like, as soon as you get it, you'll drink it, my friend. You know, I'm like, okay.
Dude, that's some D milk right there. Mm-hmm. Vitamin D for
So
sure.
it's straight milk, straight out of the cow, and I'm like, this is good. I used to buy milk. My buddy Kelsey had a milk cow. He still has a milk cow. I used to buy gallons of milk from him all the time. He doesn't pasteurize them because pasteurizing, it kills bad shit in there, but it kills a lot of the good shit in there. So drinking straight milk like that from a cow is one of the best things. It's like a superfood. Right. It's like avocado and some of those other things. It's so good for you, like the good fats.
Yeah, but it doesn't last as long.
It does not last as long. And I have drank milk that's turned.
Yeah, I know that story.
And I've done it a few times, and I'm just like, oh my god. So anyway, I've had fresh milk, but I've never had like fresh milk. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
you could have just like sucked it from her own teeth,
right.
You know, or the other.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, we're doing this. And I guess, like in the cow, honestly, the cow is pretty dirty. There's like flies around. There's shit hanging off of it. And I'm like, well, that's, I guess, why the moonshine or the Everclear helps kill off some of that shit. Yeah. But I imagine it kills some of the good stuff off too.
Probably.
Just like pasteurizing it. Because you're putting straight like ethanol. Yeah. So I put my cup up to the nipples. And I'm glad I wasn't milking. I've never milked a cow, or it took forever. This is a big cow. By the time I'm up there, it's the second cow's in there.
Did you kiss it first?
No. I was nervous, dude. I got in there. I put my cup underneath the nipples, and the guy's just like, and it's like a strong streams of milk coming into the cup. And I feel like I figured it'd be warm. It was hot, dude. Like it was like a cup holding a cup of coffee. That's how warm it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's like probably 98 degrees. It's like coming from it.
Makes sense.
It was hot. So I grabbed it. I just walk and I take a sip. And I'm just like,
oh yeah,
it was good.
Really?
It was way better than I thought it was going to be. It's tough to explain.
I'd like to try it. It sounds like it doesn't sound the best, but like I mean, this guy's obviously not going to let you down.
No,
I mean you definitely have to try it. I mean that's why you're there. So.
And this is a tradition that people have done for years in different parts of Mexico. It's not like a whole Mexico thing, but just different areas of Mexico. Okay. This is like a tradition that they do. So this farm does it every Saturday and Sunday. They slaughter a pig every week. They invite people over and they sell these drinks, and then they sell these tacos.
Okay, so recap. What's all in the cup?
Okay, so in the cup, there's coffee grounds.
Okay, the
sugar,
instant
coffee, sugar, some chocolate, a little bit of chocolate,
like Hershey chocolate
powder,
syrup.
Black powder.
Oh, okay.
Powder. You can either do coffee or chocolate. I think Sergio put just a little bit of chocolate in mine, but it was mostly coffee and sugar. And then he put Everclear in there, and then it was just
the milk.
Fresh milk.
Okay.
So I start drinking it, and it's good. You taste the coffee, you definitely taste the liquor, and you taste the milk, and it's a great breakfast drink. This is maybe a month ago. This is in July. It might. It was after our last session.
Yeah.
So it was after that, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. So this was in July, so it's hot. Like in October morning when it's a little cooler, it would have been a little bit. It was still warm.
Yeah, well, the way I see it, like come January, we could try it with J-Pass because she's going to try to breastfeed. It'll be cool.
You squirt it right into the cup.
Yeah, it'll be better that way, I think.
Mm-hmm. It sounds delicious, it sounds healthy, and it's sexy as fuck. I can't wait, dude. I'm serious.
It'll be awesome. We'll do another live podcast. We'll have to add live Periscope.
Maybe, Periscope. So I'm drinking this. I'm good. Everybody else is like, it's good. Some of the guys are a little nervous. We all got a cup. You know, some of these guys had the solo cups. Me and my dude, Todd, we had the big boy cups. So then we start moving to the back of the room. We're still on the dirt floor. Like there's everybody. Most of the people there are Mexican. Everybody's super friendly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cowboys there. They're called charros. I guess there. So we get our tacos. So we get there, and it's $2 a taco. And everywhere there, Sergio's like introducing us. He's like, "Hey, take care of these guys. These are guys are bomberos, firefighters.
Yeah.
Everybody's friendly." And he's like, "Oh, this is my niece." And this is like, everybody's fucking friendly. And we did not fit in. It's mostly gringos. Interracial guy like me. We had a black guy. We had a Mexican guy. Most of the guys are gringos. Everybody's right. I expect everybody's gonna be like, who the fuck who invited these fucking putos and the mayate over here? But everybody everybody was cool. So we get the tacos and they pull this pork out of the cauldron and they kind of spread it, pull it. How many tacos you want, And they just put them on tortillas. You get corn. I think you get corn flour, and they asked us if you wanted the fat. And my buddy's like, what? Because I don't know if they said it in Spanish or what. Well, I just had to get translated. And I saw him like, they didn't want if you want fat. He's like, no. He's like, you guys said no. Now I wish I would have got a little bit. It was a skin. It was just a skin from the pork, but I said no. So we get our tacos, and then you go to another bar, and you can put salsa and other stuff, like little carrots and just other stuff, like no cheese or anything like that. I was like, this is Mexican.
Yeah.
So there was no, but.
No guacamole.
No guac. But just different toppings. You make your tacos. So then we go outside. And we're just hanging outside. We're eating our tacos. We're drinking our milk. It's 8:30 in the morning. We're feeling good. Then you get that Everclear in your gut. And it starts getting warm. And these charros out there, they're like, oh, yeah, we do stuff at the rodeos. Just for fun. They're fucking around. And they're doing tricks with lassos and other shit. And it's just a really good time. Everybody's cool. So then they start doing this. Like a drawing. Hey, buddy. It's what do you call that? A raffle.
Okay,
it's pretty much a raffle.
Yeah, so you'd buy raffle tickets and stuff?
And I wasn't going to do it. I was somewhere else talking to some of the dudes, and some of our guys were talking to these other guys, and then this lady's coming around, she's like, get in on the raffle, and I kind of overhear her. So then she comes up to me, and she's like, hey, you want to get on the raffle? And I wasn't going to. She's like, it's $5. I was like, what do I win? She's like, you win like a gallon of this moonshine.
Oh, shit.
And she's like, it's from Mexico. Like, it's made out of pure sugar cane. It's strong stuff. Like, it's great. You can't buy it in stores here. It's legit. Like, it's really good. And it's smuggled from Mexico. I said, yeah, here's $5. So you get a card. Everybody gets a card out of a deck of cards. I get the 2 of hearts. And then...
How many people are in this drawing?
I want to say about 30.
Okay.
I'll estimate about 30 people get cards. And then I see him, and everything's in Spanish. So, like, I'm having conversations and stuff, so I'm trying not to miss out on anything. But I'm paying attention a little bit to this drawing, this raffle. So what they do is they have 2 decks of cards. They have the one deck that they gave people who paid $5 a card, and then the other deck, they take out the cards that doesn't have a match that nobody has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So the other deck of cards now only has the other card, like a matching card from what people have.
Right.
So we start going through that, and they said, and again, this is in Spanish and shit, and so I'm like, I could understand some Spanish,
Yeah.
Or hand signals. Si, senor. Push it faster. Or hand signals or emojis, whatever works. So, they say the last one, because the dude that, then they start passing a hat around, much like our Q&A hat that we are going to get into later, my friend.
Yes.
But they're like, you pick a card. And the first dude is a gringo, and he gets a card, and he's like, it's not my card. And he like throws it down and like, senor, like it's no, the last card that we draw is the winner, and he still didn't get it. And we're like, he's fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Fuck, somebody got his card and like, hey. So they start. So I think I picked 2. It goes to people. So what happens is they pass you a hat, you pick a card, you hold it up, and then they're like, oh, and they were saying it in Spanish. So whoever had that card, they're like, you're not going to win.
Right.
As it was getting close to the end, I pick another number, and around that time, like, some of the cards in the hat flip over, and because I don't know if they call my number or not. I'm mostly paying attention,
right.
But we're drinking, we're eating, I'm talking to people, so I'm like, and they're walking around this whole outside area. So then I see a couple of the cards flip over in the hat, and I see the 2 hearts. I'm like, I'm still up in this bitch.
Yeah!
So then they reshuffle, they let somebody else pick the card, and I'm like, Andy, like I'm still in this shit.
Yeah. So now you're really paying attention.
So now I'm paying attention like a motherfucker. So a little bit before that, like 3 of us that were together still had our numbers and we're still alive. And then, boom, the dude to my left, they call his number, they hold his card up. Dude to my right, same thing happens. It's like 3 cards left now. I'm like, oh shit. Call it. They pull up another card that's not mine. Pull up another card that's not mine. I'm like, holy shit. So there's this old lady, this old Mexican lady, a little abuelita. She's sitting, next to the barn, and I go up right next to her, and I'm holding up my card, like, so she could see it. And she's like, looks and smiles, and she reaches in the hat. She pulls out a 2 of hearts and shows it to me. I give her a big hug. I give the lady, reading the cards, I give her a big hug. Yeah. I give her daughter a big hug.
So at this point, allegedly, you had paid for illegal moonshine.
I won a raffle.
Technically.
So they give me this big jug of moonshine,
Yeah.
So I'm like, hell yeah, bitch. I open it up, I smell it, and I'm like, oh boy, this is legit.
You just almost pass out just.
I'm like, I can't drink this, And before anybody won, my buddy from work is like, if I win this, I'm going to win this. If I win this, we're going to drink this whole thing today. Like, yeah, of course. Yeah. I'd like to know if we die. Everybody in this whole area, you can't drink that much.
All 30 people will die.
So I went and I got it and I smell it. I'm like, I'm not going to drink it right now.
Like, is it in like a gallon jug too?
It's in like a, I don't know what kind of bottle it is. Like the old high C. Like a high C bottle with a little handle.
Yeah, with the little like white plastic handle. Okay,
and it was kind of like beveled. Yeah. It was just in one of those, and my buddy from work is like,
so it could have been water. I mean, I guess you smelt it. But
after I won it, yeah. I smelt it, but they were like, my buddy from work, Tony, he's like, oh, I'll take a sip of that. I'm just like, no. He starts taking a sip, and Sergio's his brother-in-law, and as soon as he's taking a sip, Sergio's like, no. It's too late. So he takes a sip, and he's just like... I thought I was if I would have bet right then, again, I would have bet because I'm a gambler.
Right.
Bet me $20 he's gonna puke. I would have done.
Bro.
He didn't puke, but he was making noises.
Just off a little sip.
Just off a little sip. A couple other people take a sip. Fuck. I get enough, and my buddy Todd is like, he told the story like this. Some of the guys that weren't there our next day of shift. He's like, I got enough to get in my mouth, and I could feel it. I could feel it go down to my stomach, and when it went down to my stomach, I'm just like, oh boy. I got enough to hit my lips and get the taste. I'm just like,
just to kill everything in there and tingle.
Strong.
Fuck. Sugar cane, huh?
Sugar cane. It's like real moonshine from Mexico, smuggled across the border. So,
do you think they smuggled it in the donkey's ass?
I don't know. If it did, it wouldn't matter. It would kill anything. So one of the girls there that was helping with the raffle, she was a college student in like Kearney or something, and her mom was the one like reading stuff and translating. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't her mom, but she was helping. This college girl was helping with a competition, and she's like, "Hey, my mom wants to buy that stuff from you, the moonshine from you," and I said, She said she'll give you $60, and I was like, "Nah."
I was like, it's tempting, but I don't think I wouldn't either.
Yeah. And then she's like, "I'll give you $80," and I was like, "Nah."
Nope.
She's like, "All right, she'll give you $100." I said, "Nah." I said, "No way." Like that. So then
it's not the point.
Yeah, they went away and then we're hanging out, and then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, this is enough moonshine to last me for years.
Yeah.
It's I could get moonshine like American moonshine. I'm like, I don't need like this isn't.
It's just funny because we've been talking about trying to get moonshine
I know,
podcast and stuff, and you fucking just win it in a raffle.
I won it, and I'm like, I won this. You know, I paid $5
that you didn't want to.
Yeah, and I didn't want to. I was gonna do it, and then they finally like came up to me and was like, "Hey,
yeah.
Do you want in?" I said, "Yeah, I'll get in." Fuck it. I'm like, if I could win $95 off of it, and you know, so I thought about it and I said, this is something that's important to them. You know, they can't buy it in the stores. It means a lot more to them than me.
Okay.
And also, in the back of my mind, I'm like, they don't want gringos walking out of this motherfucker with that shit.
Right.
We might get El Chapo out. No, but I was
Hashtag
like...
free Chapo.
Hashtag free Chapo all day. All day. So I said, I went back and I found that girl. I said, "Hey, tell your mom, I'll sell you this. I'll give it to her for $60, but I just want a bottle of it to take home."
Oh,
that would last me forever.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
So then we get in the barn, we find a water bottle, and I said, "You know what? They're gonna offer me $100." I said, "Hey, real quick, before we do anything and money changes hand, let me just get two water bottles full of this, $60." And they were like, "See, like fuck, I could have probably went up like 100, you know." So I'm like, okay, so I pour that, I take it home, and then what you know over the story, I put it in a crevasse.
Yeah.
I put it in there, and then I have a little bit left over in a water bottle that wouldn't fit in the crevasse, but I made $60. I got...
That's fucking
It was
awesome.
2 16-ounce bottles, so I quart a quart of moonshine and $60 from this. I brought some of that for you.
Oh shit!
And I'm gonna bust it out right now. So I'll be right back.
Damn, that's you're gonna make me tear up, man. That's fucking awesome. This could be our last podcast, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, obviously, I'm assuming if I go out, he's still gonna edit this and put it up for you, so you guys can all witness this.
So have a sip, have a taste, have a smell. I didn't bring the crevasse, obviously, because it's glass and it doesn't seal like the water bottle.
Right.
Wow.
God. Oh, dude, are you sure this isn't rubbing alcohol? Like, no joke.
It's fucking strong. And like the more you smell it, it almost smells like tequila, but it's not agave, it's sugarcane. But that's strong as fuck. So Sergio told me what to do with it. I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this? And he said, they call it the El Toro Negro.
Okay.
Where it's the black bull.
Right.
They said mix it with coffee. Like let's say it's 4 parts. So let's say it's 12 ounces.
Okay.
So, fuck that, I suck at math. Let's do 20 ounces. So
I had it in my head, but we'll roll with it. Go ahead.
No, we could do 12. So,
No. This is your rodeo, bud.
All right, let's say it's 20 ounces. So it would be 10 parts coffee, and then 5 parts of that, and 5 parts of Coca-Cola. Mix that up, and then you can add whatever else you want.
Okay, yeah. So
that's the Black Bull.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't tried that yet. I have not drank any of that since I won it. So,
oh,
honestly,
Jesus. So I get to chug this whole thing, right?
I think we do a podcast tomorrow morning. We make some Black Bulls, and then we do a podcast. Deal?
Jesus. Yeah, deal.
We're shaking hands.
I can do one of it. I do want to try it, though.
Yeah, me too. I haven't tried it, dude.
Yeah, that's fucking just a little. Bottoms up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't die. I'll take care of your baby if it happens. I'll take care of JPEGs. Oh, God. How much did you drink?
Oh, like not even a full count.
Oh, smart, dude. Jesus Christ.
I can feel it in my stomach already. That stings.
That means it's working.
I feel like it's rubbing alcohol. Dude, they could have just lied.
They could have switched it up.
Oh, man. That's like instant heartburn. You know, like what it's like when you get heartburn?
That's the kind
but
of
it's like reverse. It's like, it's crazy.
You're not supposed to drink anything that strong. Even Everclear, they're like, I mean, you could let that kind of shit on fire. Like they say, don't drink that straight. It's bad for you.
Oh, you tell me now.
But anyway, I wanna let you guys keep that.
Oh,
shit! Chip tags,
I
and then
that.
yeah, no problem. So
I'll put it up. I'll go
put it in a better bottle. Put it in a better bottle for sure.
Yeah, I can put it in the skull. The skull.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah.
I'll put it up here for now.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll have some in the morning, and then keep the rest of that. That's a 3-year supply. That 8 ounces.
No, I like it.
Yeah,
maybe I'll put it in the cause the skull vodka.
Yeah,
I showed it. Maybe I'll throw it in there, wash that thing out.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. You don't have to wash it out. That should have washed itself.
It's true. It's true.
I wanted to share that.
Fuck, let's just do it right now.
Do it. I wanted to share that story because it was just something cool, something unique. It was a great time. Everybody was super fucking cool. The food was delicious. The drink was delicious. The people were very friendly and fantastic. It was an honor to go to something like that, and just something I've never done before, So
yeah, dude,
I had to share that.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. I appreciate you bringing that. Like, my chest is burning. I didn't take. It wasn't like a normal shot. Like, this is what kind of? It's just like the old, the shitty water, shitty water bottles that are in there, like the white plastic cup. It's probably maybe half of one of those. Is what I took. So I'll be fine. I mean,
here, goddamn G.
I'm not worried about it, but I don't know what the hell is in here. But whatever it is.
Let me see. Does it smell? He's giving me the glass skull that he's gonna put the shine in.
Excuse me. Should maybe I wash it out? I mean, like you said,
I'll wash it out. There's dust in it. I don't think there's anything in there. I can't smell anything.
All right. Well, fuck. We'll put this in it.
Throw that shit up in that bitch. Let's take a picture for the cast.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Here we go, bitches.
Oh, I put some red dye in there and it'll look like blood in the glass skull. That's cool, man. No, that's fun.
No, dude, this means a lot, dude. That's fucking awesome. That's a great story. I'm gonna have to wash my hands because it's gonna eat away my skin.
Yeah, dude.
So, dude, that's phenomenal.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, man. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Give her a wash here.
Fucking smart.
Now the thing is hopefully I don't forget. I'm drunk one of these nights and just think this is like vodka.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude.
Oh. Damn, that's legit. If that falls off the shelf and breaks, we're all dead.
No, I know. I had that in the spare bedroom.
Yeah.
And I told Carol, made eye contact. I'm like, hey, this is the moonshine. She's like, oh, good. She's like, thanks for telling me.
Oh my, could you imagine?
Waking up in the middle of the night, smashing something. It'd have been Puke City. It'd have been Puke City and then Boner City going on in your spare bedroom, dude. Yeah,
it's not the first time.
Nah, that wouldn't have been the first time. Not again.
Dude, that's fucking sweet. Wonder how they make that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you could look it up. Like, they make moonshine and it's just like it's usually made from potatoes. I
think vodka is, and then I don't know, dude.
You can't let Rob Long near me because then he'll break it. Because I broke that one moonshine that I had.
If you're listening, no, just kidding. Shouts out Rob for sure. Animal Facts all day. John Jameson and Sons all day. Shouts out if you listen to the last podcast and you listen to the Animal Facts. There were special guests on the Animal Facts. I don't know if we can say their names.
Yeah, because they said it in the fact.
Okay.
Yeah, they said their name in the fact. So I mean,
yeah, then it's okay. Motherfucking Joey Peeper. AKA 2 times.
Yeah.
Big shouts out. Who else was in it? Ernest. Will Ernest.
Yep.
Big shouts out, man. They did great. It was funny as fuck. Not the last 2, but the bloopers and then the one with the special guest was good. The one with you on it was good.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is the one with the blooper. If you listen close, you can hear me laughing.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
That was like the one that I appeared on.
Yeah.
Like that was obviously right before, and he just. Yeah, the way that he does
the hair smasher party, correct?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The Animal Fact just fucking disappeared on him, man. I didn't even know he had it. Yeah. Like, I just thought he just deleted it right away. But yeah, he sent it to me and it just said bloopers, and I was like, I'll just save this for a rainy day. And it just worked out to fit on the end of Drunkcast 3, so episode 16. So just right on the end. It was perfect.
It was so fitting.
Yeah.
It was so fitting. To have a blooper. If you didn't listen to it, And if you didn't, like, I'm not gonna blame you. Like some of that shit was a shit show. Go back and listen to it. Drunkcast 3, great. And then if you didn't make it to the end, go back and listen to the end. It's fitting for a Drunkcast. It's a blooper. No fact gets read.
I don't think unless you go through the war the whole time, you don't appreciate coming home type of thing. You know what I mean? Like you can go back and listen to it, but you're not going to appreciate it as if you stuck with it.
If you did the whole,
and if you stuck with it, listen to the whole thing. You're doing something wrong. It was a fucking shit show for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that was
awesome.
So much fun. I got it. I was gonna give Rob Long a fuck you. You know what? I am gonna give Rob Long a fuck you because he did break the chair in the Drunkcast 1. Mm-hmm. So it's too early to be doing fuck yous and shouts out. I'll save it. How about that? I'll save it.
All right. Yeah. Write it down. Nobody heard it. So update. My chest is still burning. So that's nice.
You don't even know what that was, dude. I couldn't lie.
That's what I'm saying. I saw it on your Snapchat though, so
straight propofol, that's straight chloroform. Like,
about ready.
I know JPEGs will go to sleep early. I can just have my way with you. Just gotta keep Ken busy somehow.
Lucky.
No, dude. So I wanted to bring this up because we were hanging out before we were eating, we were drinking, we were just fucking bullshitting or whatever. Uh-huh. Tell me a story that I heard before, but I forgot how fucking funny it was. Mm-hmm. And you have to tell for the podcast because you haven't told it on here. You have to tell the story you told me.
Oh, about Chicago? About Chicago. I thought I told it on the podcast. If I haven't, we can recap it. So, how the conversation came up is because we talk about, I don't think we talk about it a lot here, but normally when we're not podcasting and stuff, we talk a lot about comedy. Have you seen this? Mm-hmm. Seen the latest one?
Sorry. That's exactly right. Because I asked you if you saw David Cross. Who has a special on Netflix.
Which I haven't yet.
You have not.
I'm going to maybe try to watch it after you guys leave tomorrow. Okay. I think I'm going to jump into it.
It's good. And like I told you, it was good. It's dark. He's dark. He's fucked up, of course. And that's the kind of comedy I like. You know?
Right. Yeah, me too.
It's fucked up. He gets serious. He gets funny. He's performing in Austin. I can't remember the name of the theater. I've never been to Austin or that theater. But it was a great theater. And it was a great hour. I think I gave it 5 stars. It was great. And then I asked you about Ali Wong. And you told me that's one of the best.
Right. I got to tell you, it's on Netflix right now. Couple things. One, it's the best hour of stand-up I've seen in a very long time. I mean, Jim Jeffries' Freedom is fantastic. That's great.
Shouts out.
This Ali Wong stand-up, it's Ali Wong Baby Cobra. She's 7 months pregnant in it. I've seen it.
She's a gook broad. And she's 7 months pregnant.
Jesus. I've seen it 3 times. And it's my second or third favorite hour that's on Netflix right now. It is that good.
And that's big time. I wish I would have asked you that sooner because it's been on my to watch list on Netflix for months. And I'm just like, I'll watch something else. Or I haven't been watching a lot of shit.
Is it because she's female? Like, honestly.
No. It's just no, that's not it at all. I just don't know. Like, I just watch other shit.
Because a lot of the times when I on Netflix, I'll look at the ratings, and it had like a consistently high rating, and then I was like, I'll check it out. I mean, she seems pretty funny. I've seen her name because I follow on our Nasty and Friends Instagram. We follow a Comedy Store, and I see that she's on the list because I always put up the list who's going to be. So she goes to the Comedy Store a lot. Yeah. So if she got past the Comedy Store, she's probably pretty funny. Yeah. I didn't know if she'd be like my type of humor because I don't really know anything about her. Right. I did a little bit of research. I know that she brings it up in the comedy hour, but she writes on Fresh Off the Boat,
that's
the ABC show.
That's a
so she writes. She's one of the writers on there, and so I was like, well, I mean, I've watched a couple episodes here and there, and it's pretty funny. So I was like, I'll check her out. And like I told you, I'm not going to ruin anything for you, but I don't know. The shit that she talks about is hilarious because one, she's super passionate about it, and if she's not, like she pulls it off that she's passionate, and it's just weird seeing like a 7-month Asian woman. A 7-month pregnant Asian woman just talk about some of the stuff that she does, and it's fantastic. I'm telling you, like, watch it now, like as soon as you can. It is that good.
This is off topic slightly. Mm-hmm. Are you attracted to pregnant women?
Yes.
Yeah. Me too. I don't know what it is, dude. I'm glad you said yeah. I would have still said yeah, but I'm like, fuck. I've maintained this, like working at events and shit like that. Like we rate women. Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
Rate?
Hard
T!
That could have went. That's it. I'm done listening to this. They rape women when they work. We rate women sometimes like a 10 scale. You know, I know some like Rob uses like the 1 and 2 scale or whatever, or the 1 scale. Like I'm classy. I keep it classy. You go the 1 through 10 like a gentleman. Obviously. You don't fucking change that. Fucking asshole. But if it's a good looking woman, like say she's a 7, if that woman is pregnant, that bumps her up to like a 9 in my book. You know what I mean? Like I just think it's sexy, pregnant woman.
Because you know she's DTF.
She's definitely DTF, and that's most of it.
That definitely covers a 2 to 3 point spread, right there.
Yeah, so say like a 7 going to the 7 and 8. One number of that is DTF. The other one is I'm just a sick fuck.
Yeah,
so that's what goes from a 7 to a 9.
This is episode 19. They know.
They know. Yeah, they know. Yeah, that's the outcome. I saw that coming a mile away. They're like, you know what? You know, some people they might even be like, you know what? We see, you know, like we could picture Spencer saying some shit like that, but we figured you were better than that. I am not.
No. You're not as big as a degenerate, but...
No, of course not.
Right.
That guy's a fucking straight savage. But anyway, so no, Ali Wong, I did not watch it because of she was Asian or a woman or pregnant or whatever. I just didn't get into it. And it's a little different with like movies and shit. Like Zach and Miri make a porno. I haven't seen that since it probably first came out. Right. I want to say it was 08. I can't remember the date, but that's new to Netflix. So I could watch 30 minutes and then come back 30 minutes. That's how I watch that. Just to have it on. Like, I haven't seen this in a while. Classic. Great fucking movie. With the comedy special, I want to watch the full
you need
hour.
to be invested. Like, you don't want to take a break.
No.
Nope.
You got to get into it. And then, so I just been putting it off. But now that I know how good it is, that's the next thing I'm watching on Netflix. But we talked about that. We talked about Jim Jeffries. Freedom was great. David Cross. I worked... at Central Link, I worked Louis C.K. maybe 2 weeks, just a few weeks ago. I worked Louis C.K. and he's one of my favorite comics. My opinion, he's one of the best comics of all time. He's in the top 10 all time.
Oh, he's probably top 5.
Yeah, he's so good. I remember watching the first time I saw him. I still remember it was a 30-minute special, and I was in high school, and he was a young fucking ginger fuck. You know, and it was just a 30-minute thing. I just still remember. Like some of the shit was in there, and then he's had specials since then. You know, every few years he has, and his specials are all their cock. So to see him live, and then I worked the show, so I got paid to go, which is always better. I can't drink, but I'm getting paid instead of spending money and sitting. I can walk around and do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah,
go into places that you couldn't go if you were bought a ticket.
Right. Spencer and Joy are there. They sent me a picture on Snapchat that they could see me. Shouts out, you sons of bitches. But, 3 openers, and they were all... The first guy sucked. Second guy was okay. Third was the Jew broad, and I can't think of her name. She opened up for Amy Schumer when I worked with Amy Schumer. I can't remember. She just had a special. It's stupid that I can't think of her name. She's very funny. Yeah. And I don't think she just did 15 minutes. She might have did a little bit longer. But she was fucking great, and I can't fucking remember her name. She's always on TV and other shit. She's Jew broad, brown hair. It's pretty funny. Anyway, she went, and then Louis went on for about over an hour and a half. It was probably 100 minutes, and slayed it. You know, all new shit I've not heard before, and he just real life shit. Some of his shit is real fucked up, dark. You know, talking about abortions and suicide, but he makes it funny. He makes it real and realistic. And talks about
I haven't seen any of his show, Louis. It's on my queue. Like I'm gonna probably hit it up here. After I'm watching currently what I'm watching, I'm just going to try to get through it all. But I heard it's fantastic. I'm glad it's on Netflix.
Louis was really good. I don't know if I watched the whole series. I guess I don't know if it's still going on or not because I don't have cable. But
I'm not for sure.
When it was on, we would watch it every week, and some of them were really good. Some of them were bad. They were all good. They were well written, well filmed. Louis is incredible. But
he does
not
all
of
editing.
them were hilarious.
He did all the editing himself and everything. So.
All that is tremendous.
Yeah.
But some of it isn't as funny as others. Some of it's dark humor. It takes you down weird paths. The show is great. Louis C.K., the comedian, is great. Which we started talking about that, and then we started talking about a couple other comedians, didn't we? Then we went old school, and I think we started talking about Cat Williams somewhere along the line.
Yeah. So what happened was we were talking about that, and we got talking about Cat Williams, and then you just had asked me. You asked me if I would ever do an open mic.
Yes, that's what
I said I probably would. I don't know. Maybe if it's just like I don't think I would ever just go out and sign up and just go do it. Because usually when you do open mic, it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, I don't have any material. And what I told you is I have this story from Chicago that I would probably do. Yeah. I would have to work on it and like test it out to see like how long it actually is.
Yeah.
And with writing jokes to like get into like the punchline and stuff like that. But essentially what the story is, my buddy Dave, who graduated from the Navy, and that's because that's where they because that's where they all go through basic training. All Navy people go through
Chicago,
basic training out there. Yep.
The
So myself, Rob, and my old roommate Rob, and then Chubbs, we went to go see him. So we went up to Chicago. And we were all out fucking drinking and stuff, and we were at a bar. And on the dance floor, there was this black guy in a wheelchair. And he had just like a bunch of chicks like dancing, and he was dancing with them. He just didn't give a fuck. And I just think that was awesome. Yeah. And I could go through different phases in my life. And at this time, when I would get to a certain drunkenness, it was pretty far out there, I would just talk like Cat Williams because I was into Cat Williams. I was watching all of his stand up. I think he's a fantastic stand up.
Yeah,
he's fucking crazy. He's insane. But and my Cat Williams impression is not good by any means at all. But that's just what I would do. So the bar lets out. I don't remember what time it is. It's like 1, 2, or 3 in the morning. Okay. This bar closes down. People are going to like other bars that are still open, and we're on the sidewalk. And I'm just staring at this guy in the wheelchair. Because I wasn't pissed off at him by any means. I just think like, that's awesome. He doesn't give a fuck. This guy's, I don't know, he's probably he's over 6 foot, I feel. Okay. But
big
obviously,
cock,
probably.
I got a hog on him. Go ahead.
But he's, sitting down, and I was just staring at him. And you ever like feel like out of the corner of your eye, like somebody else is staring at you? Oh, yeah. And I look over, and
usually I think it's Jesus.
Right. Jesus?
Black Jesus.
Black Jesus. Yeah, of course. Isn't he always black?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And so is my buddy Chubbs. And again, this story could be way wrong. This could be not how it happened at all, but this is how my drunk mind remembers it. Where he just goes, "Don't do it." That's all I said. And I said, "I have to." Right. So this black guy sitting in a chair, and it's obviously because it's his wheelchair, he has his 2 friends, and I just walk right up to him, and I'm 5'8", maybe. Yeah. So, and I stand right over him, and I instantly just go right in my Cat Williams, which could possibly seem racist. And I don't know him, obviously, and I don't know his buddies. Yeah. And I just go up to him, and I go, "Let me tell you something, sir." And I was like, just the fact that you're in the wheelchair and you still get all the bitches. Or something to that degree. And he looked up at me, and then what I felt was like an hour passed by. Okay. It probably really wasn't long at all. Yeah. He just looks up to me, just pauses, and just goes, "My nigga." And threw like the hand, like half hugged stuff, and I just fucking lost it. And then my Rob, Dave, and Chubbs, they came over, and then we just end up BSing with them. Yeah. And there's some like other stories that happens with them that I don't want to tell now because we're eventually going to have like Rob and Chubbs on. Right. And I want like to hear from their point of view. So I don't want to, and it involves the guy in the wheelchair. Okay. Still. Oh shit. Okay. Like, no, but we'll get into that whenever they get on the podcast. Sex stuff, is it? Maybe. Hopefully. But so that's one of my best moments in my entire life because it's just like the best. Like I said before when I was talking about Harris's bachelor party, I gave the black guy the lighter. Yeah. Just like as a white dude, you just get called that by a black guy. It's just your chest just pops out a little bit, I just think it's funny. Like it's just hilarious to me.
It's hilarious, dude. And I wonder how many white guys that happens to. Right. I don't think that's. Maybe it's more rare, and maybe it happens more than you would think. It's definitely, I would think, an honor, and it's cool. But you're a cool motherfucker.
But the thing, I mean, it's Chicago. We could have been shot easily. And I'm not saying by anybody, but just walking up there, standing over the guy in the wheelchair. His friend could have been like, "What the fuck?" Like, push me. I'm not intimidating at all, so I think that works in my favor. So.
They definitely could have shot you, and then before any of that happened, the police could have shot any of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's true.
But no, I wonder, like, and anytime somebody tells a story like that, that's a great fucking story. Anytime somebody tells a story like that, I always wonder, like, I always want to hear the other side of the story.
Right.
Because that dude's like, man,
I'm pretty sure he was hammered too.
Okay.
Like,
well, yeah, you're in a wheelchair. You gotta live your life like that.
Yeah.
You probably got a bag.
I don't know what happened, but we ended up like talking to him.
That's
and,
awesome.
And they were like cool as fuck. All of them.
That's
were.
awesome.
So yeah, so it ended up working out. But yeah, it's just so anyway. Go ahead.
No. Did he know that you were doing a Cat Williams impersonation?
I don't know. I don't think it ever came up. I mean, probably not if he was just hammered and he just heard. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not a great impression.
No.
And I was like hammered, so it probably didn't come out. Like
I'm not gonna look at you like. Just do a little bit. Just do a little bit.
All right. So what I did is I went up to him, said, "Excuse me, sir." You fucking got me laughing. Even though you're in a wheelchair and you're on the dance floor, you still get all the bitches.
See, I don't know.
It's not good. It's not good.
It's better than mine. It's better than most people's
Right.
Cat Williams. No, I'm trying to think like, yeah, you're in the city, you're doing your thing.
Right.
Just hearing that out of the blue, it's tough to say where you're at. Plus, you're standing over him, so he's probably not listening to your voice. I mean,
Right.
It's tough to say. But hopefully he knew it was Cat Williams.
Right.
Either way, he was impressed.
Right. Yeah.
My nigga. That's awesome, dude.
So,
I love it.
So to get back to the story is, I would say if I were to do a 5-minute set, I would do that story.
I think
because I think even if I fumbled through it, I think that punchline,
Yeah.
I think could win
Oh,
over the
sure.
crowd or whatever. So that would be my go-to story if I were to do an open mic.
I think when you tell a story, you could tell any story, but when like that story, like, you know it's real, because a lot of times comedians, they say shit, you don't know if it's real or fake.
Well, the thing is, like with comedy, for a lot of people, is they'll take a story, and a lot of comics will do this on stage. They'll take the story and then they just tell it as it happens, no writing, no punch ups, no punch downs, and they just see how it works. Then they take the parts out that works, and then they start putting other stuff. Like, this person said this, maybe they didn't really say it, but they're not taking a lie detector test.
Right.
They're doing it as a job. So I would have to do that, and like I was telling you, to lead into like that story. You said maybe talk about like how handicapped people are fucked or something. Like take that little like view and stuff like that. So which would be funny. And you can work it and make it a real good like tight 5 minutes.
You can make that a 5-minute short story. You can make it a 5-minute movie. That's great.
Right.
And it's like a real, like when you tell your story, you could tell me a fake story that's funnier than that, but you wouldn't have the passion in it, or like know you were there, and I could see you doing that, and I could see you standing over him.
The way that I see it is like, I mean, if people who've never met me, I think it's a somewhat funny story. But if I was up on stage, like I'm 5'8", like 250 pounds. I'm like
real
short.
men have curves.
Like I'm a short, big dude. So to like imagine that, like over this guy was skinny. He's like 6'2". He's black in a wheelchair. I'm white as day, just standing over him, doing a black comedian's voice. You know what I mean? I just think, like with the visual and everything, I just think it would kill. So even if you're in the crowd laughing, that's good enough.
Oh my god, dude, I'd be dying. That would be dying, dude. I was laughing because I just heard the story like 2 hours ago, and then as soon as I'm like trying to hold back laughing because I know what's coming.
Right.
God damn, that's good, dude. I love it. And then from there we start talking about Cat Williams, and like I was saying, my favorite one, and I think it is Pimp Chronicles. One, maybe when he's in Atlanta, Hotlanta, shouts out. And then he's wearing the green fucking suit, and he's got his hair permed, and he's got the gold chains, and that bit is so fucking. That stand up was so good. The one where he's talking about insurgents, and he's talking about every time it smell like pine cones in here, Daddy be tripping. This one about the strong weed, where he's like, I got shit to do today.
I just want regular.
Your impersonation,
Hippohopocronocryptolite or whatever the fuck he says.
Dude, your impersonation is not that bad, dude. Don't be so hard. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Bad.
No, don't be so hard on yourself, man. I thought it was great.
Like I said, it's just because I watched him. He's fucking phenomenal. So
and you were saying like back then, like back around that time, he was on fire. Like he was the man,
Mm-hmm.
And then come recently, he hasn't came out with anything in a while. He's got in legal trouble, and he got choked out by a new.
I think to be that funny, you got to be fucked up like that, man. I mean, you got to have problems. Like every comedian has some type of demon somewhere.
For sure.
Like I don't know what comedian doesn't just that's really headlining, and shit like that.
You got to be fucked up. Yeah, be fucked up.
So that's why, like, I mean, if I fuck up with this kid, he could be a comedian. I'd be like, that's my son or daughter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So if I fuck up too bad, I'm just really looking out for their best interest.
Like, it's all your master plan from the beginning, you know?
Yeah. As much as I love comedy, get all the fucking free shows.
Yeah.
Get to go to these festivals and shit.
That'd be fucking great, dude. That's smart, dude. Most people don't think shit like that.
Yeah, I plan ahead, you know? I'm a good parent.
Changing the game on these motherfuckers, on these fucking jabronis. So telling stories earlier, also the Navy story with the flag. Do you want to tell that one, or do you want somebody else to tell that one? Because I love that story. I know I busted your balls a little bit.
Oh, yeah, just because I don't remember, which is, you're right, I should. I 100% should. Mm-hmm. So it has my buddy, like I said.
It's an awesome story, dude.
Yeah. So my buddy Dave, who, like I said, was in the Navy, he was deployed to Bahrain. He was deployed more than once, I believe. I don't remember if this was his first or second deployment or whatever. But
Shouts out Dave.
Yeah, but we were out partying before he left. And I think it's the last time that I was going to see him, or like second to last time. I was pretty hammered. There's a theme in most of the stories. And I told him, I said, hey, bud, I was like, bring me something off of the ship that you're going to be on. I go, I don't care if it's like a thumbtack. I don't care if it's like a bolt. You know, get me something. And he's like, okay. I just left it at that. I was like, oh, that'd be funny. You know, he'll probably forget or whatever. And so he does a deployment. I don't remember how long it was. And I probably didn't even see him like when he got back right away. So it had been quite a while. Right. And so we're out. He's back. I finally see him for the first time. We're out partying. We're drunk again. And he goes, hey, Pax, come here. And so he takes me over because he's staying at our buddy's Rob. Him and Rob are best friends. And
I could tell, like, you trust this guy and you care about him, because usually when a Navy guy's like, hey, come here, like, usually, I mean, you're probably going to get your dick sucked.
Right.
So that's good.
Yeah, it's hesitation. Right. Or maybe I went because I was that excited. You never know.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, you remember when you asked me to get you something off of the ship? And I go, no. He's like, seriously? And I was like, you asked me, like, remember you said get me like a bolt or get me. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, that's right. I was like, sweet, what'd you get me? And he like reaches into his bag. He goes, here, and he handed me a folded up American flag, and I just teared up like awesome. Right away. And I was like, he goes, this is the one that we flew. He's like, they were changing it out, and I asked him, I go, can I have it? And they're like, yeah, and they obviously just gave it to him, and he kept it for me and gave it to me, and I was just fucking like. Just teared up. I was like, fuck, I gave him a hug and shit like that. Awesome, and so I take it. I take it home. I put it in a plastic bag and I put it in a drawer because I was saving it until I bought a house.
Right.
And so we just obviously bought this house a couple months ago, and I put it in one of the shadow boxes. And I put it up. It's displayed in my living room, and I took a picture of it and I sent it to him. And I said, finally got it up. And he goes, holy shit, I completely forgot about that. So I was telling you that story, and you asked me what the name of the ship was, and I said I don't remember, because he only told me, I only heard it once, and you just got up and left. Cam, get your purse, we're leaving.
I was gonna leave. Like, that's such a great fucking
and
story.
it's a horrible that I don't know.
Right.
Those ships I need to text them, because I would like to maybe get like a little engraved plate or something.
You have to.
You know, to put it on there. And so it is just funny because I remember Rob saying, motherfucker didn't get me anything. Or like he got him like some shirt or like something like that. And I was like, you just got to ask, man. But awesome. So it's in my living room. I absolutely love it. So
it's awesome. And you just got to get the name of the boat, ship.
Yeah.
It's the name of the ship, and then put it in there somewhere so people don't get pissed after the story and want to leave.
Hopefully he remembers. But
like,
so it's pretty awesome.
It's awesome.
It's fucking like it's just those little things and shit, you know, that helps. So breaking news just came in from our newscaster out there. Michael Phelps just won gold in the 4x200 medley.
I believe
4x100. Is that what? Just say it.
It's a 4x100 relay.
I thought they already did that.
No.
Though.
This is the one. Almost.
Okay, so that.
And they beat Olympic record.
Oh, nice! So they set a new Olympic record. Hell yeah! So then that's his 23rd gold medal. That's his last race.
Yeah.
He's done. Do you know? Did he anchor? Cam, do you know? Did
No,
he?
he was
Third leg?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah! Thanks for the update.
Yeah, that's a
Appreciate
great update.
Yeah, we got for the first time. We got an audience. Cam and Jen are just in the living room watching the Olympics on mute, so we can do this. So we appreciate them sticking through this bullshit.
Yeah, they're probably like, these fucking clowns.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Oh, that's
That
awesome.
fucking GOAT, man, greatest of all time.
Yeah,
Best Olympian of all time. I don't think that record.
No,
I don't know
never.
if it'll ever be broken.
Never.
Like,
never.
so that's 23 gold medals, 26 or something.
I don't know.
26 or like
High
27
20s.
medals overall.
Overall, yeah.
Like, that's just fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
he is so good, dude.
That is just absolutely
And I was thinking, like, next time you talk to Dave, he, like, gets back to you, he's like, hey, man, I've been meaning to talk to you. I'm being calls from the Admiral. Like, I need that fucking flag back. Toronto, my friend. Like,
Nope.
sorry.
no, but that's awesome. Like, I'd like to have him on here and hear his side of the story.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to bring him, Chubbs, and Rob all together,
Okay.
like, and just talk about like like, we could talk hours about the Chicago trip
I bet, man.
because we're supposed to go tubing down the Niobrara.
Yeah.
We had like no money, and we decided, oh fuck it, let's just go to Chicago.
That's
You know?
way more expensive than...
Yeah,
tubing
exactly.
on
But
that,
at least for me, the great part about it for me is Chicago's a very, very military friendly.
Absolutely.
All bus rides, city
Mhm.
bus rides are free. I had my military ID. We got the Sears Tower for free.
Mhm.
Like I did so for me, it was about like Rob and Chubbs. They were ever in the military.
Yeah.
It's not like some of the stuff is super expensive, but $10 here, $15 there. That shit adds up when you're broke as fuck. So,
Absolutely, dude. I noticed that about Chicago the few times I went. They're big time support military. Down in the Navy Pier, or shit like the Sears Tower,
Yeah.
or the Willis Tower now, Hancock, all that shit. Bus system, they support military. People there were buying us lunches and shit when we were there.
Yeah.
The trip I talked about when I was there with Chop,
Yeah.
and shit got weird. Even then, people are like, "Hey, this buy you guys some lunches." Like, oh shit, okay, whatever. Shouts out Chicago.
Yeah,
All
so it's fun.
day.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's probably because they deal with a lot of the Navy people there. You got Navy Pier and all that shit. So
Yeah.
it's great. I mean, it's a great city. They need to do something, dude. It's getting bad there. Every weekend there's so many
Yeah.
shootings and killings,
Yeah.
and it's bad. Like I don't have any urge to go back, just because of that. And I don't know if it's just in like the lack of a better term, if it's in like the ghetto area.
You're gonna
or-
say black?
no.
No, it's terrible, and they've been releasing stats about Chicago for years, and they have such a big part of Chicago that's in poverty, that lives in poverty, that's struggling, has horrible schools, and when you got a system that's that fucked, the kids are in the same cycle as before, and gangs and all this poverty and violence and that why let's
Right.
fix it, let's help do that. They're like, they'll say fuck Chicago, fuck Philly, fuck New Jersey, fuck Cleveland, we're gonna give money to North Korea even though they're threatening nuclear war. Like, we're giving money to other places but we're not helping out our own country. And they show the stats of Chicago and it's like more kids have died in Chicago than like troops, and like I wish I remember the stats, just bring it up, but more people died in Chicago in a small amount of time than like the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. Like,
Right, yeah, that's fucked
people
up.
are dying way more in Chicago than in the war zones, and it's like, you got to take care of this place, and you could making rules and making more police isn't the answer.
Right.
You just can't lock everybody up. You have to fix the problem. You have to fix the schools. You have to fix, but that's something that I don't have all the ideas, and I know, but it's a shame. Chicago is one of my favorite cities in America, and it's a food city. It's a great city. It's
with that
it's
being
a Midwest
said,
city.
With that being said, Jen and I don't know, maybe we make like a long weekend of it or something, but we're looking because there's the Amtrak runs from here to Summit. It's like 6 hours up to Chicago.
No shit.
So I think that'd be fucking fun to do like a long weekend, take like a Thursday, Friday off or whatever.
Yeah.
Like leave like on Thursday or whatever, come back like Saturday night or Sunday or something, or
That'd be fucking
maybe
awesome.
Friday, Monday or something. But because she's never had Chicago deep dish pizza like out of Chicago, which is
That's
phenomenal.
pizza. That's pizza.
Like I know we've talked about food, and I love the fact that I can say that I've had a Philly cheesesteak in Philadelphia. I've had New York style pizza pizza in New York City. I've had Chicago deep dish pizza in Chicago. It's like all the that like that type of food. And, because I think when we travel, because we've traveled a lot together for military and stuff, you always look up best food place. That's one of the first things you always go to. Yeah. Which do you have? This kind of reminds me because I was. There's two dishes I am in. I think it was Spencer at work the other day. We got to talking about like some old school foods and stuff that I had just forgot that I ate like growing up and stuff. And two of them that my brother just recently reminded me of like a couple months ago. But we always just called it the poor boy sandwich, and it's just like a tortilla shell. And you just put like mayonnaise on it. And then you put like bologna and then like some slices of cheese and you throw it in the microwave for like 30 seconds, let it melt, and you just like fold it over and just eat that. And it's not the greatest thing, but I ate one the other day. I was like, fucking forgot how good this is. Like growing up, like eating that, just like scrapping and stuff. It's fine. I fucking love it. Yeah,
that sounds awful.
That's what a lot of people say. And then the other thing that I remember, I think it was my dad that was telling me, because they were pretty poor growing up. They said that they would take saltine crackers, and then they would put sugar on the saltine crackers, and then just put milk, like a bowl of cereal, and then eat that. And I was like, that sounds awful. And he goes, just try it. Fucking eat it. Yeah. It's phenomenal.
I bet it's good.
It's good.
It's better than normal cereal.
Yeah, because you get that like salty sweet taste. The first 3 bites are the best because the crackers aren't soggy. Okay. Like even once it gets soggy, it's not that bad. Right. So now I just eat it at least once a year out of respect, just because I was like, I hated it. And
much respect.
Yeah. So
one suggestion.
Yeah.
Pretty soon here, use titty milk. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Great.
Yep. Oh, it'd be perfect.
That one sounds really good, and I will try that. The first one, here's the deal. I don't fuck with bologna.
Yeah, J-Pax doesn't either. She fucking hates it.
As a kid, it's acceptable, and I've fried bologna, and I don't fucks with it. I'm better than that. Like, at this point in my life, like, everything I've been through, if I have to eat bologna out of survival, I'll do it. Other than that, I'm not fucking with it. You can dress it up however the fuck you want. Right. Like, I'm not fucking with it. Same thing.
I love it.
4th of July, we had people over. We made a bunch of food. Candace made a bunch of different side dishes. And I made some chicken wings. And we made burgers. We made brats. A friend of hers brought over hot dogs. And she's like, well, so-and-so's bringing over hot dogs. And I said, okay. I said, but I'm not fucking with them if they're not all beef. I said, if she brings over some fucking Oscar Mayer shit that's not all beef, I'm not fucking with it. She shows up with 2 packages of Oscar Mayer, and it doesn't say all beef. It's like made with chicken and pork and other shit. I think it says right on there. Right. I'm not eating that. She's like, I'm not eating that
Just
either.
Take it and throw it in the trash. Thanks.
It's in my freezer, but like I don't fuck with bologna. I don't fuck with that. Like I'll eat a hot dog. I'll grill it. It's all beef. But
you're a gentleman, so I can understand that. I don't
fucks with it anymore.
No, I don't know. I love it. We grew up on it. I never lost a taste for bologna. I fucking love it. Especially like get bologna fried up, throw it on an egg sandwich. Oh,
it's greasy like that. I like salty, greasy. I do like that, but nah, homie.
It's just like probably like pig ass cheeks, chicken lips. Yeah,
it's like Ethernitzy or chitlins or whatever you call it. Like, it's gross.
I don't give a fuck.
But that sounds like Mexican, dude. Like that's some shit like Tony would eat. Like put a tortilla, some meat, cheese. If you instead of the microwave, the only thing that would be better if you had a gas grill and you threw it on that gas grill. Cook the tortilla. That's what we do. Like when we make tacos, I throw it on a gas grill.
There's a reason why we call it a poor boy sandwich.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
We ate it because my dad grew up on bologna. Like I still love it, man. I don't know. It's just something that I figured I wouldn't like growing up. Yeah. And J-Pax will never buy it. So if I'm in the store and I happen to walk by it, I'll snag one for like egg sandwiches or the poor boy every once in a while, just to have. So
I think it's like lips and assholes. There's like rat droppings, fingernail clippings, earwax.
I don't see a problem with any of this.
No, man, I don't either. But the sound of it, like. It tastes so good in your mouth.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not all. It's not all separate. It's nice and flat and.
Yeah, they like chop it up, they mush it up, and then they squeeze it out of a tube. Just. And then you put it in your mouth.
It's like one of those frosted tube things, when you decorate it.
Right. just shit. The shit's coming out, and then you eat it. You put it in your mouth. It's disgusting. But yeah, it's good, man. Like, honestly, like if you're like, hey, this is your meal today. Like you could eat like this carrot and this salad, or you could eat this bologna tortilla cheese microwave po' boy wrapper sandwich.
Yeah.
I'm going with the po' boy sandwich.
Yeah. If it's a must.
I'm not a rabbit, motherfucker. I need protein. But yeah, if I had the choice, like I'm better than that. You know? Sorry, Oscar Mayer, and your fucking Wienermobile. Fuck you. All right.
I'm a big dude. I need that.
I'll start slaughtering my own animals or people and I'll eat kids. Before I went the vegetarian, if the apocalypse hits, I will eat babies.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like, because JPEGs, like, when she cooked up the steaks, I think we had some T-bones, you guys had some ribeyes. And I was just like, I don't know.
Shouts out JPEGs.
And I get it. Like, I think there is something seriously wrong with factory farming. I don't know what would be a better, to feed as many people in this world. I don't think there's any other way to feed that many people without it.
Everybody that's vegan or like vegetarian, they talk about it. Mm-hmm. So it seems like more people are. That's not the case. Like the people that are vegetarian, vegan, that's the first thing they tell you when you meet them. It's the same thing as CrossFit,
right?
And that's why the joke is: if you meet somebody who's a vegan and a CrossFit, what do they tell you about first?
Right.
But the rate that people are eating meat, it's going up tremendously. People love meat, and they should. It's fucking delicious. But yeah, and it's fucked up. Like factory farming and all this shit is fucked up. And it's sucking the water supply down and all this other stuff. To have enough meat to feed. Yeah, ideally. Fuck, I'd go out and kill an animal and then have that animal.
But not everybody can do that either.
No,
I mean, I deer hunt and I like it. I'm glad that I can have it and we can substitute.
Yeah.
I can help feed my family doing that, and that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But if everybody did that, you can only do it for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know what would be a better choice of factory farming, but there is a problem with factory farming, 100%.
Sure.
Like the cruelty to those animals and the shit that they go through is not good.
No, it's fucked up. But, yeah, dude, I'm a meat eater, man.
Yeah.
You know. Through and through.
Thought you were gonna say man eater. Start busting out from the song. I'm a man eater.
Sing it with Cat Williams. It's too late today for that, my friend. Don't play it again, sir.
Don't play it
again.
You just fucking. I haven't visited the Cat Williams voice, and I visited like 4 times today telling this story. And I'm probably just gonna jump back into it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna like choke me out after this podcast. Like, shut up.
I don't know why I asked you this, because we were talking about stand-up comedy because we're both big fans. JPEGs were there; she's a big fan. Candace was like, "Yeah, we just watched this, in my basement." And, I said, it just made me think, like, would you ever do an open mic night? And you're like,
I think
it would be tough. I think you would do great at it, and I could see you like doing that bit on a stage. And people that do stand-up do it almost. The good ones do it every night for decades and decades. You have to. It's a craft that.
Yeah.
Even the people that are great, if they go away for a month, they have to get back into it and work and work and work. But I'm not saying you're going to get up there and be Louis C.K. No. But I definitely think that the way you present yourself and the way you tell stories and the way your passion shows through your voice, it would be funny as fuck, dude. Like I could see you like talking about, at this time in my life, I used to drink a lot. And when I got to a certain point, I would turn into Cat Williams. I would just that alone right there. He was like, "What the fuck? That's awesome!" And then when you start doing the voice, even though it's not great, it's funny as fuck.
Right.
And then when you tell that story, standing over doing the wheelchair in Chicago, like that's fucking gold. And that's why that's so fucking.
I
funny.
Appreciate it. Bud.
No, man, that's so fucking good. So there's a couple more things I want to get into. How deep are we in? What are we looking at?
About an hour 22.
Oh,
right now.
Shit, dude. We got all night. There's a couple things that I wrote down that we have to get into.
Yes.
I don't know where to start at. Well, I wanted to tell... I guess there's 2 things I want to get into. I don't know which one to start at. The one, I want to get into the Yeti challenge.
Okay,
because Yeti got brought up on our last podcast. We didn't talk about it, but... we had 4 Yeti caps on the table, and we had a Yeti mic that we're using. I don't think it's the same company.
Nope.
But Yeti's big. When we were in Burwell, at the Calamus Lake in Burwell, Nebraska, my girlfriend's sister's husband had a Yeti cooler, and it was fucking titties.
Well, Vito, like Maverick, my younger brother, he has 2 of them. And he loves it. The reason why we have the Yeti stuff is because he, like, my first one was this lowball. I think it's called the lowball glass. Yep. I like to drink out of small glasses, and this is what I had my whiskey sour in. And he bought me that. I love, they don't sweat. Yeah. They don't. Like they keep shit cold, I think what their line is it's as cold as science allows or something like that. And so they're just phenomenal. And I bought JPEG's the tumbler, and then I have the Rambler with the lid and the straw, and like it's pretty much replaced. I bought it for a birthday, and they've replaced almost every cup that we have. Yeah. So why Yeti? I just because my brother, he really likes all the stuff, and he has like the fucking. I don't know how big it is. It's like 40 ounces, but it's the actual, like, looks like the big thermos one. It's not the actual cup. Yeah. He has that. He has 2 of the coolers. Okay. He has the tumbler and all this shit. He loves it. Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Yeti, it's awesome. I think I've talked about it on the podcast just because I'm so happy with mine. You told me about it. Other people told me about it. My buddy got one at work, and I'm just like, this is fucking awesome. I requested one for my birthday for my girlfriend. She hooked me up. She delivered a 30-ounce tumbler. I got that. Then I got another one. And then after that, since I have 2, she kind of stole one. And I can't be like, hey, I need that shit back. Because she's my girlfriend. And then 2, she bought me one for my birthday. So really, I just let her have it. Because I can't drink 2 cups at the same time. Anyway, even if I wanted to, it would look silly. So I'm just like, just fucking take it. Like, I love you.
It's probably smart, man.
So I got it. I'm happy about it. I love it. I fucking take it everywhere. And I feel like, this might not be a good thing, but I feel like I got my Yeti, like I could drink anywhere with it because everybody thinks you're drinking like coffee or whatever. So like at the Harris wedding, I got my Yeti on the table. It's full of vodka. But people are like, "Is this guy drinking coffee? He's a gentleman."
Right.
You can take this. I got it in my car all the time. Maybe it's filled with alcohol. Maybe it's not. But I got it. I got it everywhere. But it doesn't. It keeps temperature like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
The outside of it, I don't ever drink hot. I don't drink a lot of coffee, so it's always cold and stuff in here. Yeah. Whether it's hot or cold, the outside doesn't change temperature. You can put it on the table. It doesn't sweat. It doesn't leave. You don't need a coaster. It's fucking magic.
Yeah, and we have some other friends, like my friend Sarah, like she has like this Rambo. She takes it everywhere. I see it. Like she has it. So like that's another reason. So anyway, I don't know if like Yeti was first or what the deal is, but there's a lot of other... I don't even know if they're really off brands, but you've seen it. There's like one called Arctic. There's one called...
RTIC, and then... Then there's Ozark Trails.
Yeah, and so there's like a bunch, like you can get, I think like this Yeti one, like the Rambler was like $20 or something. I don't remember. I remember how much the tumblers are. But they're like expensive. You can get some of the off-brand ones for like $10.
So this is kind of where the story it starts. So I got the 2 Yetis. Kind of just got one Yeti because it's complicated. You know what I mean? So I got my Yetis, and I love them. Other people have them. I'm like, this is great. This is the best thing that's happened to America since Obama. You know what I mean? Like, this is fantastic. It's tremendous. And then I'm in Walmart one day. I usually don't shop there, but it's close to my house, but I usually shop somewhere else. I'm in Walmart picking up something small. I don't remember what the fuck it was. And I walk by an aisle, and I see these. They look just like Yetis, but they say $10 on them. And I'm like, what the fuck? I go over there, pick it up. It says Ozark Trails. And I'm looking at it. It's got the same. It looks exactly the same. It just doesn't say Yeti on it.
Right.
It feels the same. It says the same shit on there. Don't put it in the dishwasher. This will keep liquid ice cold and 95 degrees, whatever.
Yeah.
Just keep the lid on. I'm like, this is the same shit. It's just a different company, but it's $10 or it's $7. I'm like, this is fucking fishy. I'm figuring this shit out. Like this is fucking with my brain.
Right.
So we talk about it at work, and then somebody at work. Her name is Kitzman. I brought her up on the podcast. We will have her on the podcast. She's awesome broad. She worked Ragbri for Iowa. Okay. She does it every year.
My brother did that this year. My brother-in-law did that this year.
Okay. Do you know what team you work for? Was it the pork something?
I have no idea.
But they help people.
Lance Armstrong was there too this year.
Fuck that one ball. Fuck.
Probably juiced to the gills.
Yeah, he's
lucky.
Lucky. No, I don't have a problem with him. Actually, he's a scumbag, but I don't have a problem with him.
We're all scumbags.
Everybody's fucking doping and cycling allegedly. So
yeah,
but and we're all scumbags anyway. So she she gets an Ozark Trails tumbler, and she brings it into work. She's like, yeah, I got this shit. She's talking shit. Me and my buddy Two Guns are like, fuck you. Like, you know, you're late in the game, and then you're coming in here with this shit. Like, that shit's probably not even made in America. And then sure enough, somebody looks it up. They're like, actually, Ozark Trails is made in America. Yeti, some of their stuff is made in America. Like, their coolers are made in America. The tumblers are made in China. And everybody's like, oh!
Like somebody just hit a 1-2
yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, this bitch, so we're mad at her like it's her fault.
Like it's her fault, like she's the CEO.
Like, why would you do, you know? So Tom is like a big time. He doesn't do Walmart. He only does union stuff. Like So he's like having a meltdown. So then we're like, so this is fucked up. At this point, this is fucked up. So you have a $40 product, approximately, that's made in China.
That's probably why it's $40.
Yeah. And then you got a $10 product that's made in America. Everybody's talking about. So we said, look, we'll do a fucking test. Now, the challenge, the test, whatever you will, it wasn't scientific. It wasn't, you know, we just did one test. My Yeti has been, it's been around the block a little bit,
right.
You know. Her Yeti went through Ragbri, like whatever. You're in a fucking tent. It was 1 week. My shit's, you know, a couple months old now. So
which wouldn't make a difference, but still,
I think yeah,
you think so?
A few months versus brand new. I think if you want to do a real test, you get 2 brand new.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Like, keep it as close together.
As close as you
can.
can, you know?
I see what you're saying.
I don't know. I have vodka in here. That's it. I have vodka all the time. Not. I don't drink all the time, but if I don't use this, I have a water bottle that I go to work with. You know, if I'm the only time I'm drinking out of this, I don't drink coffee or water out of this. It's alcohol. So most of the time, this alcohol that's been in there, maybe having vodka in there for the past few months it probably shouldn't wear it down that well, but maybe it'll make a few difference in degrees. Don't know.
You have that sugarcane moonshine, not a fucking eat through the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm. You fucking Chinese made. No, so we have 2 other people in the house. They put 50 small pieces of ice in both, and they put it in my buddy's. He's got a new F-150.
They counted them out 50.
They counted out 50, which still isn't scientific. One person put them in their hand, which melted them a little bit, and was like, "Motherfucker, you gotta do it exactly the same."
Yeah,
like we're not scientists here, but we're better than that. So that fucked up. That skewed maybe the test a little bit. So we put the cups into my buddy's new truck in the cup holders. It was a hot day. It was actually that day where they had that tornado touch down at Carter Lake, or the water spout, whatever they call that. Earlier in the day, it was in the high 90s. Inside of a closed up vehicle was probably temperatures of like 120 degrees. I don't know how hot. All day long. The other part where the test wasn't scientific or conclusive or where it should be is that mine was in the sun for most of the day. And then when it was up above and then on the other side of the truck was when it was cloudy and there's a fucking tornado. So we pull the cups out, we put them in the kitchen. We don't drain water or do anything like that. We're just looking, and it's pretty close. We're just like, hey, so get in here and look at what's your opinion.
You don't measure how much water comes out or anything?
No,
yeah,
it's
you
just
guys aren't scientific at all.
No, not at
just
all.
Just eyeballing the fuck out of it.
Yeah, we could have drained them and then filled up, like a 2
measuring
cup,
yeah.
2 cups or whatever. We could have did that, but we didn't do that. We just looked at how much ice was left, and the Ozark Trails won by a little bit, but everybody that looked was like, the Ozark Trail has more ice. They didn't say the Ozark Trail because we had it so you couldn't tell they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
My lid, we had the lids hidden. Mine says Yeti on it, and then I wrote Spicy on it. And then I don't remember what the fuck hers looked like, but we had it hidden. And this one says Yeti on the bottom. We had it so you couldn't see it. They look exactly the same. Everybody that came in said that one has more ice, and it was the Ozark Trails. I don't know if it was because it was newer. I don't know if it was because the way the sun was. I don't know if it was because whoever put the ice in pre-warmed it, cocksucker. But I don't know if because hers was just a newer cup. I don't know, but all I know is I'm pretty sure it's the same material. It's probably the same fucking thing. It's just a name.
Yeah, it's probably the exact same thing.
But if one's made in fucking America,
I think I don't know if it's made. It probably is, but I don't know. I just like the name Yeti. It fucking cracks me up. So, and I didn't know about like really. I mean, I've just seen them like online, like on Facebook. They just throw it out there. I didn't know they had like a $10 one like at Walmart. I didn't know like that's where they sold them. So would I have bought it? Probably not. I probably still would have just got the Yeti because
you would think it's better. You would have been like, well,
you would just assume
this got to be $10 and $40 for different for a reason.
Yeah.
And I heard about the Yeti coolers for a while now. I've been hearing about them for a long time. I just realized they made highball, low balls, and tumblers.
Dude, their coolers are fucking legit.
They're titties.
Man. They're built strong and stuff. It's awesome. Yeah. So and their coolers are built like how coolers should be. Like you could sit, you can stand on them. Yes. Like I hate when you buy those coolers. Do not sit on lid. Like it's just, I don't know. It's just, I mean, which is good if they want to get the best. Best thing for their product. You don't want to ruin it and shit. But I just like how Yetis and stuff are made. And then I think Arctic and all that shit, they probably make their own coolers and stuff.
No, we had somebody run in at work and they had an Arctic tumbler. It looked almost the same. The lid was different. The only thing different was it closed. Yeah. Where the Yetis in the Ozark doesn't close. Right. And they're like, fucking checkmate, bitch. He's like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're changing the game. I don't know where that's made. We didn't do a test with that. Also, we didn't do a test with heat. And we just do one test. We could have got brand new ones, put them out in the bay where there's no sun or, but whatever. This isn't science. We were just fucking around. And, so that was it.
I just like, because once we got ours, like you start looking around and like there's a lot of people who have them. Mm-hmm. They're great. I mean, they're good. They keep shit cold. Even once the ice melts, it still keeps cold in there. And I love cold water because I drink cold water throughout the day, all day. So
no, that motherfucking ice lasts in here.
Yeah.
It'll last as long as you want it,
Yeah, and then the main thing about mine is it just doesn't sweat. I love that it doesn't fucking sweat.
Absolutely.
Like, that's the best.
Absolutely. The fucking koozie that you let me borrow yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I took a roadie.
It's a thermos koozie.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Yeah, so what the thing is even though, like, Maverick loves all of these, like, Yeti stuff, like, the Yeti koozie is pretty awesome, but it's still pretty big. This is just, it's $10. You can get it off of Amazon. It's just a thermos koozie, and it's kind of just like how it is. Like, I mean, it will keep your fucking drink cold. The koozie itself doesn't sweat or anything. It doesn't have like a screw-on lid like the Yeti does. But it's the size, it's barely bigger than the can. So you could still, if you're drinking a pop or something like that, or you're in the state of Missouri where there's no open container law and you're a passenger, you could set it in the car, like with the Yeti koozie, you can't. It's too big for that. So that's why we like that. But yeah, he got that for JPEGs for Christmas. Last year before, or something like that. But yeah, it's awesome.
I love it, man.
Like, you just set it down and it just slowly lowers it.
It looks like it won't even fit. Like,
no, it doesn't.
Going to fit in there just
because it looks like it's the exact same size of a can.
It was easy to take out. Like, it was great. Shouts out Maverick at the Harris wedding. Yeah, he had his Yeti. I had my Yeti. He came out with a handle, like the attachment. Like you just slide it into the Yeti, and then you got a fucking handle for it. I'm like,
which is great because like the reason why he bought his because I think they were playing a softball game or something. Yeah. And his set was sitting right next to him, like in the sun and stuff. And then he went to grab it to take a drink, and the outside was so fucking hot. Oh. I mean, the drink inside was still cool, but the outside was hot as fuck.
I bet.
And so that's why you could just get it off Amazon, and then. I know you're not a bitch, so, you just drink yours like a fucking man.
I actually don't feel temperature with my hands or my feet.
Yeah, this makes sense.
I can walk on whatever, I can touch whatever. Like, I don't have
so you don't need the handle, but they also make, like, straws, like, for the tumbler size, like, little, like, stainless steel straws.
For women?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, women like straws, so. They make Yetis for women, too, I guess, They're pink, they have straws.
They can have their pink lemonade.
Like, so if you're in the Navy or if you're a woman and you want a Yeti, you can have one, and they will make one with a straw.
Yep, you can get a pink handle.
And the handle so it doesn't burn your sensitive hands.
Yeah.
So.
Sons of bitches. I think they're passed out.
Yeah. I was waiting for somebody to throw something. You son of a bitch! Wham! Yeah. Another thing I want to bring up. We addressed this on one of our earlier podcasts, Pet Peeves. And you text me or you contact me sometime during the last month. You're like, hey, I know you keep notes sometimes of what we should bring up. You said, write down Pet Peeves. And I said, yes, sir. I will absolutely do it. He's like, I got some shit I want to tell you, and I can't wait to hear what it is.
Yeah.
So
you go ahead, because mine is it's not really a story, but like what I told you is I have a couple pet peeves. I might have actually brought them up before, but I want to elaborate on one, and I think it's a perfect way to eradicate it. It's not a pet peeve that I do myself. It's what I see out in public, and for whatever reason, and I'm I'm sure that there is evidence that I have done this in my life before, this pet peeve, and we'll get to it here in a little bit, but I'm sure there's evidence of me doing it, but for whatever reason, the past 2 to 3 years, like 2 to 3 years ago, I saw it in public, and I don't get mad at really anything.
I know.
I mean, a lot. I'm a pretty calm guy, and I saw it, and it just fucking lit a fire in me, and I don't know why. I got so annoyed at what I was seeing, and so I've been trying to think of ways to like eradicate it from the Earth population here. Yeah. So we'll get to it. Okay. But what are your?
I guess like for me, and I've talked about this before. I don't have big pet peeves. I just want people to. I mean, like a good friend of mine, I can't remember his name, but he always says, life is simple. Life is simple. Don't be a dick. So, and I live by that. Like, just don't be fucking stupid. Don't be a dick. Yeah. Just be polite and treat people like you want to treat yourself. Right. Like, if they preach that, and if they said that, if they instead of doing like the Pledge of Allegiance, if they were just like, look, just treat people like you want to treat yourself. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. If they said that, or instead of being like, oh, you got to go to church, and we don't rape kids. You got to go to church, and you have to judge people because if they're gay, then they're wrong. Right. Like, instead of teaching fear and like guilt,
right?
Just be like, don't be a dick. If they taught everybody, just don't be a fucking dick.
Right.
If you want people to be nice to you, you have to be nice to other people. Right. If they just taught that instead of like all this other bullshit, it would be better. So, I'm sorry.
I think it's funny because I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
But my solution to eradicate this pet peeve isn't going to sound like that.
Does it contradict? Okay.
Yeah, it contradicts it a little.
Okay. But, I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, so I know that you had said also like the blinker thing, like not putting blinkers fucking drives me nuts.
That wasn't even my pet peeve. I'm just saying like that's
it's just a pet peeve, I would say.
So like driving, like just walking around, whatever, like hold the fucking door for people. You know? If you're driving, don't be a fucking idiot in traffic because people get killed all the time, and just don't be a fucking douche. Use your blinker. We saw a lady, we were on the interstate today. This broad, she's cruised by us, the left side of us.
We're in the right lane.
Yeah, she's in a white Mercedes-Benz. We're in the right lane. She's left in the left lane. She flies by us, swerves like 4 lanes over, and then catches the off-ramp. Yeah. Like, we're just like, whoa.
Yeah, but the worst part was she's in the left lane going right to hit the exit, but she has her left blinker on. And she still had it on. I just think it was one of those she didn't know it was on, but it's just like, what the fuck?
Cunt. That's the only word I can
cunt.
Yeah. But no, like shit like that is stupid. But and then at the firehouse, like shit that bothers me is I guess anywhere, like if your mom doesn't follow you around or do like nobody is gonna take care of you. Like if you throw trash on the ground and walk away, like who the fuck? Somebody's picking that up. Like pick that shit up. Like your mom's not here. Some schmuck is gonna have to pick it up and put it in the trash. Just put it in. So like that pisses me off. Like at the firehouse, there's one guy who we think it's one guy, but he doesn't give a fuck. So like you take a shit, use the last of the toilet paper, take the empty roll off, put a new thing on there. But some people
it's common courtesy
puts the toilet roll just on top of the expired toilet roll, and it's like, well, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen? Like somebody's got to change that.
Yeah. It
should be you. That's your fucking...
Right.
It's you. Like, your mom doesn't work here. Somebody else is like, oh, fuck it. I'm better than you, maybe. Or what's your mind state? Like, I don't have time. I don't have the 3 seconds. You do it. Like, I don't understand. Like, shit like that pisses me off. Like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? What does your house look like? You know, like, shit like that. Like, little shit like that pisses me off. It's like, because somebody else is going to have to do it, man. Like, just fucking do it. That's your responsibility.
I agree.
Like, nobody's taking care of you. Like, do it. Handle your shit. That's it. So other than that, like driving is a big one. Like I get mad sometimes because people do dumb shit. I'm just like, you gotta be fucking kidding.
You're trying not to be a dick, but you're still yelling like the most racial, sexual, like sexist thing.
Yeah,
stuff,
like
you know,
just hate.
I get it.
Just spewing hate. Like, oh fuck, like Dennis Reynolds.
You've heard that saying. You're not racist until you drive in like gridlock traffic. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. So. For sure. So, well, like mine is, and the thing is, it's not even that big of a deal. Like this, to me, I've really tried to figure out why it pisses me off so much. So there's a couple things. One thing that does bother me, and again, I don't know why, but people who take video or pictures with their fucking iPad, like, it literally drives me nuts. Like, if you're at, like, a fucking sporting event, and especially if they're in front of you, and they just hold up the fucking big-ass iPad.
Yeah, you got a fucking computer.
Yeah, that gets on my nerves. I just stop, because it's not that good of a camera. It can't. You know what I mean? No. Or, like, any type of tablet, like, stop it. Like, that fucking drives me nuts. But it doesn't drive me nuts. And like I said, this thing that I'm about to mention, it's not that big of a deal, but I wanted to bring it up because I was in bed the other night trying to sleep, and I thought of how to
boner or no boner?
Boner always.
Okay.
That's how so I don't roll out of bed. So why? Again, let me just reiterate. I'm sure there's photo evidence. I would almost guarantee that I have done this before. Okay. And why 2 or 3 years ago I saw it and it just sent me down this rabbit hole, I don't know. Okay. But people who fucking do bunny ears in pictures fucking irritate me. Like, I get physically angry when I see it. Like, if somebody takes a picture and somebody just does the whole fucking thing behind their head. I mean, I can feel myself heating up right now about it. And I don't know why. And this is my solution to get rid of it. Okay. So, ages 0 to 14, do it as much as you want. Get it out of your system. Your kid, you're fucking up everything else. You know, you're learning, you're trying to get it, trying to get your life in order. It's okay. At age 14, 364 days, as soon as it hits midnight, as soon as you turn 15, if you were caught giving anybody bunny ears in a picture, you get fined $250 per finger. It's easy math. So if you do it that way, if you're giving double bunny ears like some fucking cunt, then that's $1,000 fine right there. Okay. You only get fined from ages 15 to 30. Once you turn 30, and the fine goes from all ages. Okay. So the fine goes from the age you're 15, if you're caught doing bunny ears, $250 per finger until you die. Once you hit 30, if you're caught doing bunny ears, you get the fine, and then you lose one finger. Okay. You just fucking chop it off. Chop it right off. You had 15 years of fines. If you can't figure it out now, to stop fucking doing bunny ears, you're losing a goddamn finger. Okay. So that goes through. Let's just keep it simple. To age 45. Okay. You get to age 45 and you're caught, and you say you lose like one finger, you're still getting fined. You get caught doing it again, you lose that entire hand. Just right then and there. Just, nope, bunny ears, gone. Throw it. We'll make some bologna out of it. Past 45, you can only do it twice. And you're going to lose fucking both hands. Yeah. You can't really do it anymore. Right. So, and then if you're the type of person that gives somebody your iPad to take a picture and you do bunny ears, you should have to bury your own children. That's just the way that I see it. Okay. And why I get so angry, I seriously don't know. But I'm not going to say where I was when I saw this the other day. And I saw it, and it was somebody who, like, was really not close to me as in, like, I know that person very well, but, like, really close vicinity. And I saw it, and I can feel my face turning red. Sure. And why that bothers me so much, I don't know. But to me, it's so fucking childish, and it's so stupid. It doesn't look like bunny ears, probably. This is why it fucking pisses me off.
Have you never seen a rabbit, you dumb fuck?
Right. I mean, I don't know why, but I just fucking irritates me. And so I was laughing when I was like coming up with these rules in bed the other day. And I think doing that, like, you give people 15 years, that's a long time to do it. Yeah. And you start finding them, people start losing fingers and shit. I bet within like 6 months, of it going into effect, people aren't doing it anymore. So.
Oh, I don't. God, this is complex. Like, I was unexpected, like, I got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I don't even know where to start. So, I don't know where the anger comes from.
I don't either. And like I said, I'm sure I probably did it in high school, too. Yeah. And, like, there's probably photo evidence. If somebody finds one, I was a fucking idiot. Yeah. People change. Yeah. I've grown.
You're better now. You're a better person. I was in a picture recently. Some fucking fucks came by the firehouse, and they gave us red noses to put on for Red Nose Day.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the charity is. We bought red noses for $1.
It's something like Walgreens.
It's Walgreens.
Yeah,
and I thought, I heard red nose. I thought it was for pit bulls.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm all in. Mm-hmm. Turns out it's for like kids or some shit, or kids with ass cancer.
Kids or some shit.
I'm like, this is stupid. Anyway, we took a picture in front of the rigs. Two things notable about the picture. I got my gold fronts in.
Yeah.
The other one of that, somebody's throwing bunny ears on someone. I won't show you the picture because I want you to get mad.
No, I've seen it.
Oh,
you showed it.
Did you notice the bunny?
Yeah, I did. That's the first thing that I fucking noticed.
Okay.
And
I don't remember who's throwing them. I don't remember who they're on.
Yeah,
but I remember that's
to me. Just doesn't that seem like so stupid? I mean, honestly. Obviously, a lot of that is just a joke. But it does piss me off. But when I see it, I think it's stupid. It just looks like I know what you're doing. Yeah. It's not funny, and I think that's probably what it boils down to. Is it's just not. Now, if you're taking a picture and you had like your dick out or your balls out, that's funny. Like I would laugh at that.
There's a lot, like you said, it looks nothing like a rabbit ears.
Have a tit out or something.
That's been going on for a long. The rabbit ears has been going on for a long time. Like. Come up with something better. Yeah, you do a fucking bat wing or the goat. You turn around and stick your dick up through, like by your beehole, like do the goat, something like that. Or that's great.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's
bunny
talent.
ears. That's like.
I'm telling you, I have a feeling you're gonna start seeing. You're gonna start getting pissed off.
No, I'm gonna start. The other questions I have. I got a bunch, and I jotted a couple things down while you're talking, but so like you're collecting fines first of all. Where is that money going?
I mean, wherever we want it to go. Like, I mean, like you said, there's fucking shitty neighborhoods and stuff. Yeah. Because there's a lot of stupid fucking people.
Well,
like
education.
Schools.
Let's go education.
Yeah.
Because the way to stop. And first off, before we even go there, I want to say like a lot of people. Everybody's got a problem with something.
Yeah.
These fucking jabronis. They're like, I got a problem with this, or I got a problem with the cops, or I got a problem with the blacks.
Right.
The fucking Italians, which.
Better watch your tongue.
I got a problem with this or the Olympics or whatever. Everybody's got a problem with something. Mm-hmm. But people aren't like, I got a problem. Here's a solution. Yeah. That's what you did.
Yeah.
You said, I got a problem with this. It's a big fucking problem for me. Yeah. Here's how to fix it. Like, politicians, that's what they're supposed to do. They don't do that. Nope. They don't do that. They're like, give us more money. You reelect me and they don't do fucking anything except for collect money and fucking jerk off on the American public and be like, this is our flag. Right. And I support our veterans. And they don't do dick. You, my man, came up with it's not a big problem. No. There's other problems.
My problems aren't as big as Bo Burnham. My problems may not be as high stakes as Kanye's.
Or his $90 shirts that he's trying to sell. That was most of it. But you came up with a solution. So I'm not hammering the problem. I'm not hammering your solutions. But I do have questions.
I appreciate you having my back and trying to figure this out with me.
Okay, yeah. And I'm on your side. I'm on your side, of course. Got your back. We're like fucking Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and Bad Boys. Which
they're coming out the third
part
movie.
3.
Yep. I think they're going to call it Bad Boys for Life, which is funny because Spencer and I were talking about it, and he goes that they should, because they're going to come out with the 4th one supposedly too, and so they should call this one whatever, and then number 4 called Bad Boys for Life, which is a solid, solid fucking thing. But all right, keep going. Ask questions. Make a drink.
Make a drink. Try to get you moved up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the best way to stop a problem is education, you know? So, yeah, the money, you take money from fines, and that goes to educating people, it goes to schools, whatever, and like, we're going to give you this money, but make sure you're telling these fucking kids about this bunny ear shit. We don't like it. Stop it. Another question I had was, like, at 15 years old, like, some fucking dumb fuck starts throwing bunny ears up on pics, and people like to break the rules, but with the picture... It's tough to break the rules now, especially as good as cameras are. People have those big-ass iPad cameras. They're great quality. Yeah, just kidding. But no, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be like, no, that wasn't me. Like, bitch, you're in this picture. That's you. That's you. But, so, like, this schmuck takes a picture, $250 fine. Like, the kid's like, look, man, I ain't got no fucking job. Did the parents pay for it?
Yeah, parents pay for it because that's part of like raising your kid.
Yeah,
you know, like
he doesn't murder.
Yeah,
well, no, not really.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I have like a kid and they're 16, they don't have a job, like, and say they get a speeding ticket, like. I'm gonna pay it for them. They're gonna pay me back,
right?
But we can't be like, "Oh, just wait." You can't tell the court systems to wait,
right?
Like all up front, and then they're gonna pay me back. Okay. If you're raising your kids right, they wouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Right. And the best, like kids, you apply pressure to the kid. The kid obviously doesn't pay. Goes to the parents. The parents like, "You dumb fuck! Like, what the fuck?" Yeah, we're gonna pay for this, and then we're gonna get our money back by throwing beatings to you every day until you fucking learn your lesson. Okay, I like that. Next question is, who is cutting fingers and hands off of people?
See, I'm an equal opportunity player. I'm opening up jobs for people. You know, we can, there's a lot of homeless people out there, a lot of homeless veterans. Yeah. You know, if they're okay, you do psych evals, if they're okay with doing it. Yeah. And we can even make it set up where they don't even have to see the person, you know? So, I mean, that's because you don't get your finger cut off till you're 30. Right. So, I mean, you're old enough, you know, they don't have to see the person, they just have to... Like, we can have police or whoever escort them, they stick their hand in and they fucking chop it off. Yeah. Throw it in the dumpster.
Fuck, I love it, man. You gotta have checks and balances. Like, have the guy, the cutter guy, the homeless guy, like, look at the picture, look at the kid, like, or the dude. I'm sorry, the person, or the woman. Like, you know, you have checks and balances before you get to that point. But then when you're at that point, like, he's got to fucking... Whatever he wants to use. I imagine you would use something very sharp, so it's not like... Yeah, probably. It takes too long. You don't want to use, like, some rusty, like, an old butter knife or something. But he could even be like, yeah, that's that bitch. He looks at the picture, looks at the victim. He's like, yeah, that's that bitch. Just cuts his fucking finger and hand off, whatever. Yep. All right, the next question I had was, where does that meat go? Like, are we using that? Are we...
Well, I mean, pigs will eat anything. So, for one, you can help do that or... Okay. Like I said, make it into bologna if you want. Just, I don't know, throw it away. I don't really think it's probably even after so long it's going to be that big of an issue, honestly. Because I think people will. I mean, I'm just telling you, if I did something and I lost a fucking finger, I probably wouldn't be doing it again. Now I know people can make that argument, like people who steal, like when they're starving, that's different. You're trying to survive, so yeah. If I needed to steal to survive and I lost a hand for stealing, I'm still going to steal. Yeah. This is a fuck. If you can't survive without giving bunny ears, you probably shouldn't be alive anyway.
That's true. So. You got a fucking problem way worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Your finger being fucked up or gone. So yeah, no, fuck those guys. I definitely every time I see that now, I'm probably gonna try to get that picture and send it to you.
And the worst part about this is people are gonna hear this and then they're gonna be fucking doing it to me in pictures. Which
I know it. Yeah,
more. Because
you've been exposed.
Like, I mean, we have some friends that are some fucking D-bags. But I'm going to fucking send them a certified letter in the mail, the fucking ticket, for $250 per finger.
Or, better yet, you drug them.
Yeah.
When they're asleep, you chop their fucking finger off. I don't know if that's illegal. It's probably not illegal.
Probably not.
As long as it's in your like private property. I don't know exactly what the rules are.
Yeah.
If Judge Judy, if you're listening, you fucking old cunt, hit us up, let us know. I know it's weird because we're always like, we will give you legal advice, but there's some shit we don't know because we're not experts on everything. Yeah. So Judge Judy, if somebody hit us up if that's illegal. I say you cut their fucking finger off when they're asleep. As long as it's on your property, I think you're okay. If you're on their property, you probably plant a gun on them or something. I don't know what the rules are. You drug him and
bring him back to your
yeah. If they're drunk enough that you cut their finger off quick, bring them back to your place. Or just fucking leave with the finger before they even know. They're like, oh, bitch, that wasn't me.
I like it. I knew you'd be on board.
I'm on board all day. My nigga.
Like I said, I'm sure there's evidence of me probably maybe even doing it in my 20s. I hope not.
But... If real quick, people listening, if you have evidence of my main man, Pagnasty, throwing bunny ears on anybody from any age, even if it's pre-15 years old, send that shit in. We want to evaluate it, and then we're going to have a fucking possible intervention for my main man, Pagnasty.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So I needed to get that off of my chest.
I'm glad you got off your chest, dude. Yep. Why did you think it was going to be contradictory to some of what I said?
Well, I just think because you're just like, don't be a dick. And I'm talking about finding people and cutting appendages off. I just thought it was kind of
But if you're teaching people lessons, it's not really being a dick.
Yeah,
putting bunny ears on people is more being a dick than, like, look, motherfucker.
Touché.
Yeah.
Touché.
No, I was worried for a second. I'm like, the fuck? I guess is this pet peeve going to be like something I do? Like, these motherfuckers that drink vodka out of Yetis in public think we don't know. I was like sweating. I sit here sweating like... Like acting like it's not me. Like shit.
Oh my god, this is coffee.
Like fuck everything I do. Like fuck.
Yeah. So that's how I feel.
Yeah. Fuck it, man. Hey, you heard it. You heard it here first. Episode 19. If you're throwing bunny ears on people, shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah,
if your children are doing it,
oh man. So
fuck. Don't think we won't listen. Like we're friendly guys and we're in a safe place, but don't think we're not gangster as fuck. Like we will snatch. Seriously, like we talk about shit. Like we will snatch people off the street. We will cut fingers off. We'll put black hoods over their face. We'll tie them up in uncomfortable positions. We might do butt stuff to people.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around.
And the whole time while they're yelling, why? Right before we cut their finger off, we'll just be like, bunny ears, snips.
Oh my god, dude! I don't know why this brought it up. So, I've been a busy motherfucker this summer.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I've had problems at home, like with just mechanical shit.
Yeah, because you're having trouble like with your air conditioner.
Yeah, dude. So it was just stupid. So I was busy anyway because I had my daughter in town, which isn't like bad busy, but it's just different than normal. So I'm hanging out with her. I'm doing stuff, and then my Xbox broke, which I'm like, it didn't break. The internet would not work, which I'm like, what the fuck? I need the internet because I don't have cable, so I need Netflix, YouTube, whatever.
Right. Yeah, because every time I go over to your place, you're always bumping like YouTube, like music and shit off there. So yeah, absolutely.
I got the homeboy that hooks me up with his Amazon Prime account. I never watched that, but anyway, that shut down. I worked 2 days to fucking fix that. I'm on the phone with Xbox Live. I'm on the phone with fucking Cox Cable. I finally sell that. I got a gig. I got the hard drive in there. I buy a used Xbox 360 for like $70. I'm back in business.
Nice.
My AC breaks. That's a fucking problem, dude. It was right before it started getting hot. This was a while back. I'm working with for 2 days. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with the fuse boxes. I'm fucking with the thermostat. I'm resetting it. I'm trying different things. Troubleshooting. It happened before and I fixed it. It happened before, and my buddy that works in AC replaced my A-coil. This time, I could not fix it. I called a company. I just stayed at Cam's. It was fucking hot, dude. It was those days when it was like 99 degrees. It was fucking hot. So I just stayed at Cam's. I was either at work or at Cam's. So I'm fucking with it. I fixed that. I get that fixed. My fucking toilet breaks.
In your bathroom?
In my bathroom. I just buy the replacement parts for the toilet, and I asked the dude, I'm like, I'm not a plumbing guy. I'm like, how long will it take? He's like, well, it'll take about an hour. But if you're not familiar with plumbing, it might take a little bit longer. It took me like 2 days because I had problems. I bought a wrong part. Like, I had to go back to Menards a few times. I finally fixed it. Like, it was fucking, I was ready to kill somebody. And then the other day, my AC shut down, troubleshot. It was actually the batteries in my thermostat that was low. And I replaced that and it worked fine. Good. I about took the cats, burnt the house down. Started killing motherfuckers and then claimed insurance money. I was fucking pissed. But I don't even know why I went on this rant. Do you know why I started going on it?
I've
been busy. So,
yeah, you've been busy.
So yeah, it's just been a God, fuck, I had a point. It's just been a busy summer. But it's been good. But
must not have been important.
No, it must not have been important, man. I swear to God, I had a point, dude.
All right, well, we just crossed the 2-hour mark, so I say what we do is we jump into some Q&A. Yeah. If it comes back, maybe we'll get through. We got some other plans. Like, this is not how we're gonna end our night. Well, maybe like the podcast, but after that, we're gonna be bumping some music and shit. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah. Last night or this morning, we were up till 3. I'm expecting the same tonight.
Oh,
so.
Sure.
Should be good. I think girls are probably passed out. They may not be up for it, but
we're in. We're all in.
No, it should be good times.
Yeah, there's a couple more things to talk about. We got shout-outs, we got fuck yous, but
yeah,
definitely
that comes at the end.
Definitely Q&As. Let's hit that up. It sucks, man. We had a point, and I just don't know where I went with it. I went off track talking about
dude. It happens to us all the time. So trust me, the listeners know it happens often.
They're like, yeah, it's typical.
So there's a handful of episodes. I mean, Jesus, this is our 19th episode. We have 3 drunk casts.
That's true.
The 19, and then there's a 7.5 that's a drunk cast that's in there.
Technically, half of them could be drunk casts.
Yeah, and people know. They know. That's all right. That's all right. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
I'm sure a lot of our audience are fucked up too.
Yeah. My nigga.
Let's do this.
All right.
Q&A are one of our favorite segments on the podcast.
I'll let you go first.
It's been a while. Oh, shit.
I'll let you go. You did the travels.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Jesus. Somebody ran a fucking novel.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a good question. This is from Maverick.
Okay.
And it's fuck, marry, and kill.
Oh, shit. We haven't had a fuck, marry, kill in a while. All right, I'm going to write it down. Okay. All right, so we got...
This is fucked up.
Fuck. Well, hold on. Fuck, marry, kill. Because it's just like you, I need to see it.
No, I hear you.
Okay, so, all right.
It's bad.
Okay.
You got Rosa Parks.
Okay.
You got Harriet Tubman.
Oh, my God.
And you have your mom.
Oh, my God.
Right?
That son of a bitch. Okay. Do you want to take this first, or do you want me to go?
I'll do it. I'll run it. It's my question.
Okay.
It's tough, but it's somewhat easy because when you narrow it down, like you can't fuck or kill your mom.
Yep, that's where my head's at. So
you have to marry her. Which I married my mom. We would just live in different houses, and then we would just do tax information together.
Yeah.
Other than
even
that,
if we lived in the same house, we sleep in different rooms, we cheat on each other. No different than my current marriage.
Right. From there, Harriet Tubman's dead. Rosa Parks, I'm not sure. I'm gonna guess she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Harriet Tubman was the Underground Railroad.
Yes.
Rosa Parks there's a street named after her in Lincoln, Nebraska. She was the bus lady who was like, bitch, I'm not giving up my seat.
Funny thing. So everybody knows, I would think most people know.
Real quick, do you support like that movement where black people didn't have to move to the back of the bus, or are you against it?
Like where they did not?
Do you think they should have to sit on the back of the bus?
No.
No, you're in a safe place. You
no, this is like...
That's a test. You passed.
Thanks, appreciate it. This is my question. So, I was going to say, most people know the story of Harriet Tubman where that she was in the front of a bus, like...
That was Rosa Parks.
Yeah, I meant Rosa Parks.
Yeah, the other black chick.
Yeah, the other black chick. This is what I'm saying, sir. No, so Rosa Parks, the story is, how I always thought the story was, is that she sat in the front of the bus, there's a white person, she had to get up and move to the back of the bus. That's not the story. That's not really what happened. What happened was the bus was split into 2 sections. There's whites and blacks. She was sitting in the black section, but she was sitting up in the front part of the black section. So what happens was with the white section overflowed, then they were supposed to move in the back. She didn't move in the back. She just like moved over, but still was sitting in the proper quote unquote section. But the white person just didn't want to sit by her. That I didn't know. I thought it was like she was sitting in like seat 1 and had to get up and go back. She was sitting in the, like I said, quote unquote, proper section. I just found that very interesting. Like, they don't really teach you that. So I just thought that's kind of a little fun FYI I heard on a podcast the other day.
So the problem with it is, like, they're both strong women that led movements. Like, people who...
I want to know how he came up with this.
I know, right? He knows. He's thinking ahead of us. He's like, they're going to have to fucking kill like a... predominant civil rights movement person,
and fuck the other one, because he's like, there's no way they're gonna fuck or kill their mom.
Like
I know where his head's at, and I like it.
All he has to do is, no matter who we pick, Rosa Parks or Harriet Tubman, all he has to do is say, Pagnasty said on the podcast he would kill Harriet Tubman, and that's all he has to put. And then it could be like, Pagnasty wants to kill Harriet Tubman, and then like you give it to fucking Governor Ricketts, and he's like, this kind of shit is the shit that's wrong with America. Like this is why we need Trump. Like he's a fucking scumbag. But like any chance he gets to step on anybody, he's like, this guy, he hates black people, but he's like, this guy says he's gonna kill Harriet Tubman, and then you're fucking sucking dicks in prison. Whether you like it or not. Don't know, don't judge, you're in a safe place. But then Maverick's like, hey, Spicy, I heard you need somebody else for the podcast.
The son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
They don't even have to, we can use the same name. You still use Pagnasty.
That's smart, man. God damn. I'm gonna, God damn, it sounds so bad. I'm gonna marry my mom. I'm gonna kill Rosa Parks, and I'm gonna fuck Harriet Tubman. Because she was running Underground Railroad, and she's fucking what to do about town. She's probably fairly athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
and I'd fuck her like, not like a mercy fuck or a hate. I'd fuck her good, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'd give it all I have.
Dick her down good.
Dick her down like a gentleman's supposed to do. You, sir.
I would switch it. I'd marry my mom, and then I would fuck Rosa Parks. Kill Harriet Tubman. Why? That's just how it came to me in my head. There's really no reason. I just think that, not that Harriet Tubman didn't go through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But Rosa Parks did. Like she just needs some good loving. I feel. I feel that Harriet Tubman probably took it in the tunnel once or twice. You know what I mean? Of course,
in the tunnel. Yeah. Very well done.
You know what I mean? So I think that Rosa Parks could probably use my loving a little bit more.
You're probably right. I like that. That's both good answers. My opinion. I'm biased, of course. But yeah, that was great. Took it in the tunnel, allegedly, ladies and gentlemen.
We haven't done Q&A in how long? If we come out with that solid question.
Came out fucking guns blazing. Maverick, you sick fuck. Keep it coming, please.
Yeah, that's I want to know. He was lit. Like some night, he's fucking drunk, and he's just probably just fucking dying laughing to himself and typed it in.
All right, marry, fuck, kill, let's get Rosa Parks. Mom.
I want to hear which fucking female woman that they want to take out. Female.
Maverick, we want to hear your answer, so email us, hit us up on Twitter, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Oh shit, it's a good question. This is from Kevin.
Okay. So.
It says if you were to get rid of one state in the United States, which state would it be and why? So there's 50 states in the United States. If we were to get rid of one, why would you get rid of it, and what state would it be?
I already know my. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I'll go because I'm pretty close to my answer already. I would say my two is either Texas or Alabama.
Okay.
Oh, I guess or Mississippi. It's the same thing. If I could get rid of two, Texas or Mississippi and Alabama would fucking just go.
Yeah.
Texas already wants to leave.
That's where my mind was. I was gonna say Texas
because they're better off Brexit already.
Yeah, because they want to go. They can support themselves and shit like that. So I think it's I don't know. Texas is pretty cocky. I mean,
I'd be supportive of building a wall around Texas, to keep those fucking hillbilly fucks out of America and fuck you, you guys are fuck you,
Yeah.
Because I like Mexicans, that sounds racist.
Mm-hmm.
I like the blacks, they bring. I like Mexicans. They got good tacos. It sounds fucked up. It sounds racist, but I do. I like Mexico. I like the people. I like the culture. I like the food. Texas, I could give a fuck. There's 49 other states that are better than Texas. I would say fuck Texas. But Alabama is shitty. It's racist. I have been there, and they were nice to me. So I'm going to say Texas.
Okay. Texas is close, for me, just because, like I said, they already want to go. They're pretty cocky. I don't know, them or Florida, I feel. People in Florida are crazy. There's fucking alligators everywhere.
Florida is if you see it on TV, you're it's a beautiful place. That's maybe parts of Miami. The rest of it is white trashville all day. Fuck. You know what? If you could get rid of, keep parts of Louisiana and New Orleans, but just get rid of Texas through Florida and just dump that and then trade it for parts of Mexico.
Right.
I'm done.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Hillbilly inbreeding fucks.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, so I think I would, because like all the crazy stories that come out of Florida. There's like that Twitter account that's like Florida Man. Like
it's fucked up.
Yeah,
man.
it's just so much crazy shit. So I think that's probably where I would lean. Yeah. I mean, granted, you could argue that you're getting rid of the dick of the United States. It looks like we're pissing on Cuba, but Cuba.
I've been to Florida, I've been to Georgia, I've been to Mississippi, I've been to Alabama, I've been to Texas, been to Louisiana. Honestly,
fuck them all.
Fuck them all. Like, give zero fucks.
Yeah.
New Orleans, I do like New Orleans. But if they're like, you got to part with it. It's fine. Do it. Right. Get rid of it. Fuck them.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If they polled the United States on this question without asking why, like what state do you think would rank the most?
I think Texas would.
You think most people would want to get rid of Texas?
Because Texas is like, they already want to be a part. So it's like, we're not begging you to stay here. Who gives a fuck? Like, you think you're better off on your own? Maybe they would be.
Yeah, that's possible.
You start your own government and start it where you're not having people like Trump and Hillary in charge.
But the thing is it's Texas.
Yeah.
Immediately they'll probably kill all the gay people. They'll never have weed legal.
Right, no.
You know what I mean?
They're just going to be fucking cousins and doing like weird religious shit. Like Ted Cruz would be like their leader, and it would just be.
So I don't think it would be better in that case. No, like I think like it'd be different. So say you take like California. If California's like we're gonna create our own rules from now on,
Oregon or Washington, or one of those states.
I mean, I'm just saying California. Like they're not gonna have a problem with gays. Weed's pretty much legal there anyway.
Right.
We're
not super religious.
Yeah,
that's not
exactly.
hampering them.
So I think. There's other better states that would do better if they were to set their own rules.
Absolutely. Texas, no.
If it was just up to the public themselves voting on, should we do this, yes or no?
Yeah, shit. No, Texas, they're kind of religious. They're kind of hillbilly. Like, and people might be listening. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? You live in Nebraska. Like, it's highly conservative. We're fucked, too.
Oh, yeah. The only thing is, I don't think Nebraska would get a lot of votes because I don't think a lot of people will remember Nebraska. No. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of people would be like...
wants to get rid of Nebraska. They don't know about it. Yeah, like Florida, I think would get a lot of votes because it's just so white trashy.
Yeah,
and then Texas too. That's what I would think if you took a vote. We have a thing like kind of to make people better. Like we proposed a thing at my firehouse, like where they should do a poll every year where you fire one guy. And, and we already have people picked out who this guy for sure would be. This guy thinks he's the shit. He's a fucking douchebag. He should have retired.
And it's just like at your station or through the whole department?
Through the whole department. Every station, all 25 firehouses, all 3 shifts. Once a year, it's like a purge. You pick one guy, everybody votes, and fucking, that makes you perform better. If you're a fucking douchebag that everybody hates, the people. But you do that with in America too. Like you do that with, you can't do that with states because eventually there's no states left. But I don't know. But yeah, great question. I get the next one. Huh?
Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that.
That was good. It's a long one. This is from. I always get nervous reading from Mama Pagnasty.
Oh, Mama Pagnasty.
All right.
If you want to read it, just like paraphrase. Okay. That's what I usually do.
All right, Pags and I used to play a game. What are you thinking right now? No matter what, you have to tell the truth. My question is, what are you thinking right now?
Okay, let me see the question. So, let me just read it here. Oh, it was Pex. Pex. That was my dad's nickname. Okay, so there's a little story behind it that I can tell. It's kind of hard with this question right now because we're actually podcasting, so obviously we're just thinking about this question. So what they used to do, it actually is a fun game. Okay. So like, especially if you're like with your significant other or whatever, it's the best to play it that way. Okay. What you do is just no matter what you're doing, you're just like, hey, what are you thinking right now? And the rules are they have to tell you no matter what. Like whether if you're driving, if you're like in a store, like it's kind of like hard if you're like watching TV because you're just concentrating on TV. But if you're at supper, like, hey, what are you thinking right now? Yeah. And so, like I said, my dad and her used to play it all the time. And it's been a long time since I've heard the story. I had to tell it, but I think the basics of it is they're sitting there and my dad's driving. And he's just looking forward. And she's like, hey, what are you thinking right now? And without missing a beat, he goes, the chick's tits in the next car over. And I was like, okay. And like, I think they also had a rule, like, you can't get mad.
Right.
Because it's just, like, if you... Like, you can't get mad at what somebody else is thinking.
No.
It's different if they act upon it. Mm-hmm. But, like, I mean, yeah, he's a fucking Italian stallion. Of course he's going to be thinking about somebody else. Especially if the tits are out. You can't get mad at
Right,
them.
you can't
Now,
get
if he's
mad.
staring, he's trying to grab and shit, that's a little bit different. But you can't hate on anybody, no matter, even if it's the most horrible shit. If they're only thinking it and they're not doing anything about it, you can't be mad at people, in my opinion, about that.
No, and if you want to know and you want them to be honest.
Yeah.
You ask them that question, and then if you're like, I don't like that shit, well, then you won't ask it again, or you're going to be like, I guess I'll just be ready for the answer. But you want people to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, especially in a relationship.
Yeah. And that's the point of the game. And it's fun. It's not like, it's not like, hey, I need to know what you're thinking. No, like, it's just a fun, it's just a fun game. So I'm pretty sure, like, I'll talk to her. She'll listen to this podcast when it comes out. Hopefully I told the story right, but like, that's what I remember of it. So, I mean, that's a solid question. Like I said, it gets kind of weird, like, while you're doing podcasts, because we're obviously thinking about the question. But yeah, just, hey, what are you thinking? Like, right now.
Yeah. Like me, like I'm taking it back to when we were talking about pregnant chicks.
Yeah.
Just because maybe
that was this
fetish.
podcast?
Yeah, maybe it's a fetish. Maybe it's fucked up.
No.
A little chubbed out by it.
Yeah. Once JPEG says 20 weeks, you're not allowed to come.
I'm still gonna look.
Oh yeah, you do it to it. You can touch.
Do it to it. Send me what are you doing right now? Send me a pic real quick. JPEG.
Yeah.
In 24 weeks.
Yeah. But pull up the shirt. I want skin. Like no
Put your
shirt.
hand on her stomach. Rub it.
Lick her belly button.
Yeah, put your tongue in there. It's a outie now, but still, like flick it a little bit.
Flick it like the bean.
Yeah. I want to see the foot like pressing against the skin.
God, you sick.
But yeah, I'm still thinking about that, I guess. And I'm obviously thinking about the Q&A. I'm still thinking about the bunny ears. I'm thinking about Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks. But my answer is pregnant chicks all day.
All day, every day. All right.
Mama Pagnasty, respect. Shouts out, much love, great question.
Yeah.
And that's a great, like Pag said, for us, it's a little more difficult. If we were just sitting here hanging out, like eating, and I was like, hey, what are you thinking right now? It'd be different, but since we got so much going on, it's harder to answer, but that's something for us and other people to think about to play later on in the future. That's awesome.
We'll
that's
probably be playing it now for sure. So I totally forgot. I'm glad she said that. I totally forgot about that game because we used to play it like growing up, like in the house and stuff. And it was weird, like trying to like answer like when I'm going through puberty and shit.
Titties.
What are you thinking right now? Oh, Batman. This is a standard answer. All right, this is from that fuck that does our animal facts, Sir Rob Long. He says, "What is in your jail wallet right now?" And if anybody doesn't know what a jail wallet is, that would be your beehole because you shove stuff up there to sneak it in.
Yeah.
And if I were to guess, after that fine supper, I would say it's probably the leftovers of that.
Yeah.
The waste of that is what I shall say.
Yeah. My answer's much the same. Like, I don't keister anything. Like, I don't smuggle shit. The only thing that's ever in my butt is poo.
Right. I don't think I've even
considered.
Yeah, because I know, like, you told that story that one time you were trying to do the physical. The doctor tried to, but I don't. I've never had to do that.
Relax. I'm bent over the table. I'm like, what the?
I can't.
The fuck,
Doc? Could you?
Fuck you,
Doc. Could you couple my balls? That's usually how it's done.
I don't. I'm not. You're not helping me. Like yelling at me to relax while you're trying to ram your finger in my butt. Like,
nope.
I'm out. Cam did it. It's a different thing. I'm like, right. Get it, girl.
We got some KY here if you want to
try that. But no, like,
we'll put it up on the gram.
We just put the KY in the room and we'll see what happens. All right. This is another one from Mama Pagnasty.
Dude, she's on fire.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for sending in questions. We need them.
All right. What is your most common first thought when you wake up and your most common last thought before you go to sleep? That's a fucking great question.
Yeah.
What is your most common first thought when you wake up and your most common last thought before you go to sleep?
Okay.
God, that's deep.
Yeah.
You got one?
Yeah, I can kind of tell. Like my thoughts when I go to bed are different because, like, for me, as long as I can remember, like, I can't just lay there and just like fall asleep. For me to fall asleep, I have to be thinking of stuff like all the time. Like tonight, when I go to lay down, I'll probably be thinking about this podcast or what I should have said or shouldn't have said or how it sounded or something like that. But a lot of the times, I'll just make up stories in my head. Like if I won the lottery, what would I spend my money on? I would do this, this, and this, or maybe I'll be thinking about how to implement this bunny ear thing, But I need my mind.
Do I send a petition to the governor, or do I go straight to Obama?
Right. So for me, my mind needs to be racing, and I think, like I think I've said this on the podcast before, but I dream vividly a lot, and I think that's why, because my mind's racing when I try to sleep. So there's usually just a couple stories that rotate like through my. It could be anything. It could be that, or like if, like I like to think of if I really was Batman, like how funny that would be. Just stupid shit like that. So it differs every night. When I wake up, it differs. I usually just check my phone to see like what time it is, and then it's usually like, oh fuck, I should get up and go eat something. It's pretty much my common thought. Like, what do I want? Do I want eggs, or I just want to settle for a bowl of cereal or something? Is most of my thoughts in the morning, unless I go to bed a little faded, then I wake up like, where am I again? No. Usually
where am I?
Yeah,
Jesus.
usually I know.
Not again.
So, and my routine's usually the same. I mean, like, get up, I need to eat. Get up, turn the TV on, turn the sports center, and start cooking breakfast. So, pretty simple stuff for the most part, I would say.
Why the fuck are you cooking breakfast? You got a wife.
She's gone in the morning. I know she should probably cook it before she leaves, but we're working on it.
I'll talk to her about it.
Appreciate it, bud.
This is bullshit. Yeah, that's a great question. In my life, like my schedule changes because of work. Sometimes I go to sleep and I wake up at home, and other times I go to sleep and I wake up at work. Sometimes I wake up at work multiple times a night and go back to sleep. I try to just at night, like the thing for me is I have to try to relax, whether I'm at work or at home. I try to. I can't have my mind racing because it's like there's always a list of things on my phone and that I write down, like I have to do, like things that are coming up, or sometimes they're great, sometimes it's bad. Like we're going to Kansas City tomorrow. I got to get this ready. When I go to bed, I try to just relax. I'm usually snuggled up with Cam, and I usually sleep like a baby with her. But
that's what happens when you're the little spoon.
When you're the little spoon, you just cuddle up in her arms. No, I try to just relax. I try not to think about tomorrow. I try not to think about what I need to do. I try not to think about stress, and sometimes that's easier than that. Sometimes I can't sleep. Sometimes my mind's racing. Other times I sleep like a fucking baby, and I think about if I can't sleep, I focus on my breathing, and I just like try not to think about anything.
We couldn't be more opposite.
Dude. Yeah, sometimes I have problems sleeping, dude, and I'll just breathe. Just don't think about anything. Just breathe, and then finally I'll fall asleep.
You drift off. That's awesome.
Other times I'm just drunk as fuck and I fall asleep. Other times at work, I think about like it's a bubble system. I don't want to get into it, but if it's a medical call, like the engine of their truck, we offset each other to go with the ambulance, or another ambulance to go on it. So other times I think about like
if there is a call, like what you'll be doing.
No, not that, but who's up next if it's a medical call.
Oh, okay.
If it's a fire or if it's something else or a car accident, like there's certain rigs that get called, or if it's just a med run, we go back and forth. So when I go to bed and the engine's up next, I feel like I have a little bubble where the next call should be the engine, because most of our calls are medical calls, like any fire department. If a heart attack, a shooting, anything like that, like the next in rig the ambulance has to go, and then either the engine or truck is going to go with them. Okay. But whoever goes to service last is the other rig is going to be next. So I think about like, okay, I got a little bit of bubble, but you're always I never sleep as deep at work, because you could be going from I sleep well. I do sleep well at work when I sleep, but you could go from being dead asleep to 2 minutes later, you're doing CPR. 2 minutes later, you're on the roof with a chainsaw cutting a hole in it, or you're inside searching for victims in a dark fire. Like, so I don't think about that stuff. Sometimes you would think, like, in that condition, you'd be like, fuck, it must be hard to sleep. Nah, that's not as hard to sleep as just my inner demons alone.
Right.
Like, I got this going on. I got to worry about this. I got bills, and that keeps me up more than the possibility that we might be trying to save somebody's life.
Okay.
From when I wake up 3 minutes later, I'm at somebody's house and trying to stop bleeding or whatever. That I'm just like, that's work. Mm-hmm. We'll do it, whatever happens. But I try to focus on. I definitely try not. It's easy, I think, to get wrapped up into what I got to do, what's coming up, whatever. But I try to. When I go to bed, like tonight, I would be like, it's not going to be a problem going to sleep tonight. It's going to be late. But I would think I'm going to be hugging my girlfriend, snuggling with her, and I'm going to be thinking about how amazing today was. The meal, the podcast, the time we spent together. I'll be thinking about that. And then when I wake up, I don't know what my first thoughts waking up is what I got to do, but just where I'm at, like, just excited, like happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for sure.
Hell yeah. My turn, y'all.
Great question, Mama Pagnasty again. Yeah, it's your turn, sir.
All right. So, oh shit, another one from Rob Long.
Oh shit.
It's good. It's a good question though.
Okay.
All right. If you were attacked by 100 8-year-olds, how many could you kill before they killed you? And he says they have no weapons, only strength in numbers you have. So you don't have any weapons. 100 8-year-olds are coming at you to kill you. How many do you think you could smoke before they got to you?
That's a good question, and I think just like Maverick with this question, like he put thought into it.
Yeah.
Because you asked me the same question, but you go kindergartners. I think I kill 100 kindergartners.
You think you get them all?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no question. Because here's the thing, like kindergartners, they're 5 years old roughly. You grab one of them, you throw them on the ground, you smash their skull in, and then you grab them by their ankles, and then use them as a baseball bat, and then
Which, I mean, no, technically says no weapons, but I think that's fair game, obviously.
Absolutely. It's not a weapon. You're just using, it's a weapon of opportunity maybe, but I was going to say 90%, every single kid there is going to be like, he just smashed that kid's skull. He's got gray matter leaking out of his ears and nose and mouth.
Right.
And now you're coming at him. You're killing every single one of them easily. You know, they're running away now. And now it's like, now it's not like, now it's like this isn't even self-defense. Like now you're chasing
Now
them
you're
down.
going to prison.
No,
Because before you probably weren't, but...
Yeah, now it's not even self-defense. Like you're chasing them down and just suffocating children and killing them and spewing blood all up. I'm just making it more dramatic.
And try not to get a boner while doing it.
Well, try not to get a boner and try not to make it. But with eighth graders?
He said 8-year-olds.
Oh, 8-year-olds. Okay. That's still, I was thinking 8th graders. I'm like, ugh, that's almost high school. That's 100 of them.
Yeah.
8th graders.
Let me read.
Read it again. Read it again.
100. Yeah, if you were attacked by 100 8-year-olds. So they're 8.
8-year-olds are 3rd grade.
Is that right? Yeah, probably.
8-year-olds are 3rd. Yeah, I want to say the kindergarten's like 5, 6, 7, 8 years. About 3rd grade, 4th grade. They're small. They're all about, I don't know, it's 50, 60 pounds.
And so the thing is, if we're talking, like, cause obviously you can get into the, like, are these 100 8-year-olds that are, like, possessed that, like, are going after you? Like, if they see you knock out, like, 1 or 2, do they register that, oh my God, this is what's happening?
Or are they like American 8-year-olds? Or are they in, like Laos or like
I don't know, man.
Like where the fuck is Manny Pacquiao from? The Philippines.
Yeah.
Are they like kid soldiers? Like I've seen a kid soldier at work, man. Who came from, I want to say somewhere down there by the Philippines, or Cambodia or something, and he was like a fucking 13-year-old like tatted up kid who's been in war and shit, and it's just like that's his life. Like,
I probably couldn't.
He's a
take
child
one
soldier, like not like Nazi Germany used kids for war. Like some countries use kids for war, and that's completely different. You take a kid from China or Cambodia who's a child, 100 of them? No, you're dead.
But I'm still thinking, even if, okay, so say the kids aren't possessed or whatever, if they just decide to run at you,
you're done. You're done.
You could start. No. Yeah, you start swinging. You might be able to fucking knock a couple of them out. Yeah. But you probably only get maybe 3 or 4 if they all come at you at once.
As soon as you're kicking faces, you're kicking heads, you're keeping distance. If you get put against a wall or you get surrounded in a 360, you hit the ground, you're done.
Yeah, I would. So in that case, assuming that's how because that's the only. It's not like they can send 1 or 2 in.
No.
If they do send 1 or 2 in at a time, the only time that they're doing is hoping they just fucking wear you down. Right. So by the time the fucking 10th pair comes in, that's 20 kids, you might be a little tired and then they might be able to get you at that point. But if they all do come running at you, all 100, you might be able to take 1 or 2 out, maybe.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you're smashing faces. You're using elbows, you're using fists. Believe me, we've thought about this. We continue to think about this.
Yeah. Probably taking kids throwing them into other ones.
That's the thing. Like you're punching faces, your hands, you're gonna have broken knuckles with adrenaline and with your will to survive. Broken knuckles don't mean anything. You keep fighting. But when you got a dead kid's carcass on the ground that's available for use, you use that as a weapon. And now you're using a skull against other skulls. You're whipping this kid around. You're saving your knuckles from getting more mangled up. 8-year-olds?
108-year-olds. How many could you kill before they killed you? I'm saying
I'm not getting killed.
3 or 4 max.
No, I'm gonna go with. I'm not going to get killed. I will kill all 100. I was an infantryman. I'm a grunt. I got grunt tattooed on me. Yeah. I'll kill 100 grown men. I won't die. I wrote it down. 100.
Okay. Let's take the opposite spectrum. I'm saying 1 or 2 for me.
Great question, Rob. You sick fuck. We want to know your answer. Send it in.
Yeah.
I just think it was funny. It was fucked up, talking about murdering kids. I was trying to make it funny.
It's all like if I was laughing, so that's all that fucking matters.
No, I definitely, if there's one thing on this planet that I think is awesome and that's cool, it's kids.
It's killing kids.
There's one thing that's still like fresh and that it's murdering. It's the murder of children.
Yeah.
No, if it's the one thing that I'm like, I could look at and be like, there's still a chance, or there's still it's children.
We all 100%.
It's children.
We're in a safe place. We like to have fun.
Yeah, we like to have fun.
That's the best part is because we've done podcasts and one of us has said something, and I've had people be like, was that sarcasm? Were you joking? Like, you just never know. Let you figure it out.
You figure it out.
99% of the time we're joking, unless we're talking about fucking people doing bunny ears.
Yeah. No, we're dead serious about that. Like, I wouldn't be more serious about anything else. No, children. I'll talk about it. And like this podcast is especially. I've talked about eating children because if it came down to it, over baloney, I think we talk about murdering kindergartners and 8-year-olds. Like, I'll talk about it all day, and if it happens, I will kill 100 8-year-olds. Right. And I'll probably, I'd just breathe at night and I'd fall asleep, like thinking about how great my day was and what I got to do. I would still sleep okay, but no. I
wonder how the parents feel about that child.
That was fucked up. And then just go to sleep. Like, that was weird, but I'm still sleeping. I'm still sleeping like a fucking baby. I'm wrapped up in Cam's arms. There's a little spoon, and she's she's rubbing my neck, and I'm just like.
She wakes up like, why are you shivering and crying?
Don't worry about it.
Why do you got that weird boner?
It's a murder boner. Touch it.
With just the inside of your elbow.
Yeah. Like as awkward as possible. Like clench your arm like elbow.
Like you're flexing.
Yeah, you're flexing. Wrench down on it. Jerk it. No lube.
No, use my tears. Just when you thought this couldn't get any worse. Oh, Jesus.
What we're saying is, we will snatch you out of your house. We will bind you. We will cover your face. And we will murder you. And your children.
All allegedly.
Stop the bunny ears. We're not going to keep saying it.
Yes, you
my man.
Sons of bitches. No, I got the last one. That was my question. It's you.
All right. Okay. This is perfect. This is anonymous, but it says, "What life advice will you give to children?" Right,
if you're going to come after us, bring 99 of your friends.
Bring 99 of your friends. Like, you don't back a cat into a corner. You don't back a grown man into a corner. I don't care if it's 100 of you fucks.
You couldn't have planned that fucking question better.
What life advice will you give to children? I know mine.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just kidding. I can't use it. It's yours.
No, go ahead.
I would tell them, like, life is simple.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick. But I can't.
No, yeah,
a good friend of mine said that. No, I would. I will. Oh, fuck, that's a great question. There's so many different ways I could go with it. I would just say, live your life. Don't take it too serious. Have fun.
Because nobody gets out alive anyway.
Nobody gets out alive anyway. Do the right thing, and but definitely, have fun. Live. Yeah. Try to fulfill some dreams and be a good person, and good luck. I would be like, good luck.
Yeah.
More than anything.
I would say something to the fact that because you can't tell a kid, like, when you're in high school, like, don't worry about it. It's going to get better. Because at the time, you don't think it is. Especially if you had shitty high school, if you're bullied and shit. No. Or, like, if you're gay and you don't want to come out, or you're being made fun of because of that. Mm-hmm. I would still say that, it does get better. To let them know that it does. You still got to try to deal with it.
Absolutely.
But if, try to get past it as much as you can, because life gets way better. Mm-hmm. It gets better eventually for, hopefully, most everybody. Mm-hmm. So you're going to find friends. You're going to find a lover, you're gonna find a family, hopefully, if that's what you want. If not, just it's whatever shitty situation that you're in, keep your head down, keep walking forward, you'll get through it.
Keep
and don't be a dick while you're doing it.
The Camus's boys were asking me, they're like about school and shit, and I'm honest. Anytime somebody asks me a question, whether it's a kid or not, I'm honest. I'm like, I never liked school. Mm-hmm. I was never good at school.
Yeah.
Part of that was because I didn't have high self-esteem. I didn't play sports. I didn't, once I got in the Army and I realized, like, I have a lot of potential, especially in the Army. Because in the Army, an average guy, an average person on the street in the Army or in the Marines, they could thrive. Like, I'm pretty fucking smart here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty athletic here. Mm-hmm. I was smarter and more. And I don't know, maybe it was just because I didn't test. I wasn't testing myself in high school. But I tell people that. I tell people that when they ask me, I'm like, in high school, I was not, I was a C student. I didn't play sports. I really didn't have a lot of confidence. When I got in the Army and they made you work and they made you do things, and I realized I am smart. Like, most of the,
that's debatable.
It is debatable. But no, honestly, like, I had shitty self-esteem. I was not.
See, I didn't know that.
And I just, when people ask, I tell people, like, I didn't play sports. I wasn't smart. I didn't know what I was going to do. I decided to join the Army. In the Army, most of the schools, and now it sounds like I'm bragging. I don't like to talk like that about myself, but
I think people know what you're saying.
Okay, but most of the schools I went to in the Army, I excelled at. So, like, when I went to fire school, I graduated distinguished graduate. Mm-hmm. When I went to WLC, I was on the dean's list. Like, shit like that. Like, I excelled at that. The physical aspects of that, like, I excelled at that. I was more athletic than people, and then I was like, well, fuck, I wasn't using my potential. Like,
right.
After that, and plus it's the Army, and plus it's the infantry, and I'm like, I can fucking do anything I want to do. Mm-hmm. If I want to kill 100 kids, I will fucking do it. I'll slit throats. I'm a savage. I could do anything. If I want to do it, I could do anything I want to do. And I never had that before the Army. And that's one of the things
that's awesome.
Before that, I didn't have that. I didn't have people that were like, you could fucking, nobody said that shit. They're just like, whatever, man. Like, you're probably just going to end up smoking weed and working at Walmart or whatever. And I joined the Army. And then in the Army, I discovered, like, fuck, I could do anything. I'm solid. I can fucking do anything.
Yeah.
If I really want it, I could really do anything. And I that's not true. I can't do anything, but within reason, I definitely agree with that. But no, I don't talk about that openly. But the kids, they ask me about school, and they're like, we don't really like school. And they're like, we learn a lot more shit off of YouTube than we do at school. And I'm like, fuck, how do I answer that?
Yeah,
because it's true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bullshit they teach you in school. Mm-hmm. And I was like, look, I didn't really like school. I really didn't like junior high. And I didn't like high school. I didn't do my best. But I said, you got to do your, do your best. And I said, YouTube and the internet is how I do my, like, medical stuff. Like, if I got a problem, I'm Googling that, but I told him, I said, YouTube wasn't there when I was a kid. The internet wasn't there when I was a kid. But I said, just do your best. Figure out, like, study all these things. Figure out what you want to do, and let that point you in the right direction of what you want to do. But and those kids are fucking way smarter ahead of me and ahead of you. When we probably smarter now. Let alone when you're 11 or 13.
I've had conversations with them. No doubt they're smarter than I am. I agree. Like, it just depends on, what kind of life that you had. Mm-hmm. Like, JPAC, she fucking hated high school, for good reason. And I loved high school, but I don't really have ever in my life had an enemy. I get along with everybody. Yeah. I'm very friendly. It's easy for me to make friends. You put me in a room with nobody I know, I'm gonna talk. I could talk to people about anything.
Probably have sex with
them. Probably. So, like, for me,
if like, lucky.
For me, it wasn't like I love the social aspect of school, but I don't like school. Like the school itself. No. I mean, I have an associate's degree. Like, I'll never go back and get a bachelor's degree because I hate school. Yeah. Now, if I'm doing training on the job, like I went through fire school and I did well at it. I graduated with my associate's degree, higher GPA than I did in high school. I mean, it's not that I wasn't applying myself. I don't, unless you're learning it for like a job, like I feel like when my kid grows up, if they don't want to go to college, I'm not going to force them to go to college. They're going to be out there working. They're going to be they're going to be thriving, trying to make their lives better. But if they want to do on the job training or something like that, there's nothing wrong with that. And so, I don't know fucking why we're going down this tangent.
That's good.
But I'm just saying, for me, I can make friends no matter where I go. Right. So for me, that's a big tool.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And so it makes a lot of stuff a lot easier because I can make friends, I can relate to people, and and shit like that.
It's huge. Some people don't have that. Some people don't. Like they have conflicts with wherever they go or whatever. And then I've known there's a few people that I've known in my life that it's like they're always like. They're always like, this motherfucker, and this is like, it's you, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's that saying, like, if you meet an asshole when you're out and about, you probably just met an asshole. Yeah. But if you meet an asshole everywhere you go, you're probably the asshole.
You're probably the asshole.
Yeah.
And then, like in my line of work, what I tell, all you have to do is fucking work. Mm-hmm. Just work. You don't have
work
to talk.
Will work when nothing else will work.
Yeah, just hustle, work as hard as you can, push yourself. Don't be a bitch. Don't complain. Just all you have to do is work. Like, it's not that hard. Just work. And that's it. So I give that advice a lot. Like, just fucking work. Don't talk. It's not that hard.
Right.
That's it.
So that's advice. I think it's my
it is.
Yeah, so that's be advice. In the end, long roundabout ways, it will get better. Just try to get through it and.
We should be charging motherfuckers.
All right. I say we'll answer this question and then because we're at 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay. We'll
answer this question. And then we'll shouts out, fuck yous, and then cut it short. So this is my friend Bubba.
Bubba Sparks?
No.
Oh.
Okay. It's a pretty good question. So it says, again. We're not doing this to get famous. But his question is, it says, if the podcast got an offer to join like a radio company or a satellite radio in either Kansas City or Omaha, so one or the other, would either or both of you be willing to move to the other permanently for that career change? So since we live, like one of us lives in Kansas City, if say we got picked up and they offered, like, say it was in Omaha, like, would I move to Omaha to do it? I know what my answer is. I'll go first because I'm really curious on what you would say. Okay. So my current job on what I do, I absolutely love the company that I work for. The job that I do is okay. I don't hate it. It's not like I despise going to work every day, but it's not my favorite thing to do in the world. And I really love the company that I work for. I feel that they care about us. I feel like I get treated well. Pay kind of sucks. I wish I got paid more, as everybody does. But the answer to this is 100% yes. I absolutely would. This is my favorite thing in my life that I'm currently doing. Besides my wife, Ayo. No, this is my this is my favorite thing to do. So there's no doubt in my mind. If it was more money than what I'm making now, or potential to earn more than what I'm making now, especially if it can be something where J-Pax can be like a stay-at-home mom. Oh yeah. I think I could probably talk her into doing it if I can go into work and do this every day. Oh yeah. Like and just fucking BS. And hang out, and the thing is, it would have to come with stuff. I'm not going to go into work where wouldn't want to. It would have to be somewhere. It couldn't be regular radio because I'm not going to. No, fuck no. I'm not going to say like. I mean, would we be able to like talk about killing 100? You know what I mean? That's the thing. Yeah. Like it would have to be where like we say what goes on, like that type of stuff. Yeah. Obviously, if it's this podcast and it would be with you, I would want to do it with. Anybody else. I could do it with other people, pick up your ass slack. Son of a bitch. No, but I 100% would. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm like, I want to do this. This is my dream job for sure. Now, I'm curious what you think because you love your job and it's a fantastic job. No,
I love my job and I have to do that. Like for me, I couldn't do just a normal job. Average job, not average job, you know what I mean, but like a desk job or whatever. Like the job I have, I think it's built for me. Like I'm built for it. That's what I do. It's exciting. I love it. It's rewarding for me. It's tough, but it's rewarding. As far as like if I got offered a job at the podcast, I would be like, I have to do both.
So what if theoretically, and I don't mean to cut you off here. What if it was like, say, is it like a money situation? So say if you made like more than what you're making now and it
would have to be a lot more,
Yeah. Okay.
It would, because like if I left, like say I left my job and I'm not obviously a fireman for the money.
Right.
Because you can make a lot, you're not getting paid like a doctor or somebody in entertainment. It would have to be a lot of money, but like, I would leave almost 10 years on a job plus my pension to if in 2 years we did this and so we made a little bit more money than my work and then they're like, bitches are done. Yeah. And then I'm like,
and who knows where podcasts are going to be going.
Right. Too,
yeah.
So
it's a solid question.
Nobody's signing a 10-year contract for a, so it'd be like, that's a big gamble,
Mm-hmm. No,
it would have to be a lot of money. If I could do both, I would do both. If not, and then let's say it was like enough money where I could retire from my work and then do the podcast. It would have to be like you said. Like we would have to have the freedom to be like, yeah, we want to talk about killing kids, or we want to talk about. I want to be able to use racial slurs or whatever we do. Yeah. Like we have to have freedom to talk.
Yeah. And because I mean we've had this conversation before. Like I think since day one, and like we have said like not that we would ever get big, but if for some reason somebody wants to sponsor us or whatever, if that ever came down, you and I said that we would have to be like we would have to talk. But honestly, 100%. This was a conversation that we had. Like it would have to be where like okay, like I mean we'll do it, but you don't have any say in how we do it. No, you don't have any say, and like it has to be in the middle of your podcast. Yeah. Like you offer us this, and we will do it. Yeah. How we want, when we want, like that type of a thing.
You can't edit us or tell us what you can't say here. Like you guys make jokes, but you can't talk about the gays, or you can't talk about eating children. Yeah, or whatever. We're like, fuck you. Like that's fuck you. Like no way, no. But I love the question.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I'm glad because I was really curious. Like when I was when I just read it, I was like, I wonder what you would say because I know you love your job. And obviously you don't do it because I think that you would. Even if it was a bunch of money and stuff, I still think if you say you did make the move stuff, I still think there'd be part of you miss that.
Absolutely,
misses helping helping people.
For sure, it's just like this is definitely. Like you say, like the best part of your life, like doing this, like this is way more fun than doing working as a fireman, in most of the time. But it's different, Obviously, it's way different than
same conversations,
same exact conversations. But no, that's a great question, and no matter what, contract or not, we're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
100th episode, rum ham.
we talked. I brought it up to you at some point, but I said I would love to at some point, like when we hit a certain episode number, that like you and I go out and get like Nasty and Friend tattoos.
Yeah.
Like somewhere, and then
we're shaking hands.
Yeah.
Makes it
like
official.
so, like, well, we'll pick a number, but then we go out.
Yeah.
And I know get like our logo. I think like all over my entire back or something. I think that because I mean regardless of what happens, like we're still gonna have like all of this.
Yeah,
and then,
absolutely.
Our tens of followers.
Yeah. Get the Yeti mic, the Nasty and Friends logo. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we're still selling shirts. We still have our GoFundMe page. We're still on Twitter. We're still on the Gram. We're on motherfucking Facebook. We're on Gmail. Spread the word. If you like the show, spread the word. You don't have to. I just think everybody that listens, like I get more feedback I think now than when I first started. But I just love getting the feedback. Like, dude, I love this. I love the drunk ass. I love this. I love this story. And anytime we get feedback from it and people are like, that was funny, it made me laugh, I had to pull over in the car, and it's fucking great. I love it.
Yeah, and the thing is like, I mean, it's great if you buy shirts. You don't feel like you have to.
No.
Like, I mean, I know like Troy and Trevor. I can never fucking remember Trevor's name.
I called him Travis. Well, I was listening to one of the I don't remember which episode it was, probably the drunk cast.
Yeah,
but I called him Troy and Travis. And as I was listening to it, I was like, "It's Trevor." I was drunk as fuck.
So Troy and Trevor, they do a lot, and they've worked their asses off to get it set up. So it's helping them out. We don't get any money from it, so it's just just to like promote. Just you guys show your support. You don't feel like you have to at all. It's great if you do, but it's not a big deal. Like we want one thing that I would like. Just send in questions. Like you hear like the same group of people send in, which is great. Yeah. But if you have something,
all
just
the
send
questions
it in.
tonight on point.
We'll eventually gonna get to them. Like we haven't done Q&A in a while. There's still a handful, that we're gonna answer, in our next podcast stuff. But send those in because we can't do Q&A without those. I mean, I guess you and I could just send in stupid questions or whatever.
Chico Rodriguez.
Yeah, just say anonymous and stuff. But keep sending them in. Just whatever you think, jot it down. Like especially like the fuck, marry, kills. Those are fun.
Yeah, those are fucking fun.
I love those.
Yeah.
Just you want to get deep, ask any personal questions. If I don't want to answer it, we're not going to fucking answer it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's what I just want to say about that shit. So.
Fuck, I love it, man. One thing we wanted to bring up before we end the episode 19, we're talking about setting up a death pool.
Oh fuck! Jesus. I totally forgot we wanted to talk about this.
If you don't know what a death pool is,
it's a celebrity death pool.
It's a celebrity death pool. So it's fucked up, but look it up if you don't know what it is, or if you already know what it is, hopefully we got your attention. So the season goes from, obviously the first of 2017 to the end of 2017. The one we're looking at is Doug Stanhope's death pool, celebrity death pool. And you can look up the rules on the website. Just Google Stanhope celebrity death pool. We're going to pick 20 celebrities.
So each person in this pool picks 20 celebrities. It's just a rough thing. So what happens is when they die, the goal is you want to pick 20 celebrities that you think are going to die in the year 2017. Mm-hmm. Say they're 50, they die if they're 50, you get 50 points because it's how their age minus 100. I don't remember if it's over 100 if they, what they get.
That's on their rules, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah. But we can look it up. There's a lot of different rules because you can trade. It's like a fantasy league essentially. Yeah. And there's a lot of people who do a lot of hardcore search. Like people will look up authors who have cancer that you've never even heard of. Yeah. And the reason why we want to go with Doug Stanhope is one, because he's a funny motherfucker. He's a great stand-up comedian. But his website, it tracks all of this. It keeps the points, through all this. Right now, I don't think we want to talk much more about it, but we just want to get interest. A lot of people want to do it because we want to do it. What we want to do is we'd like to get a set amount of people, and then once we get everybody, we can discuss how much everybody wants to pay, and then we'll pay out, first place, second place, however through. And so it's fun. I've done it. I did it back in 2013 because I my login still works. So I signed in. And I did it in 2013. It is a lot of fun. Yeah. For some people who are serious about it, they do a lot of research. Like people you've never heard, old football players. Like for me, I just had a funny list that I thought like most everybody knew the people. Yeah. I think I had maybe one person die, and I think that was Nelson Mandela. He was on that.
Rest in peace. Jesus, you sick fuck.
Yeah, but you get bonus points. Like if somebody dies on their birthday, you get bonus points. If you pick somebody and they're on the list, but nobody else has them in the whole pool that you're in, you get extra points for that. Just shit like that. So
if they're black and they die on Black History Month, that's extra points. Shit like that. So we want to figure out what package we want to buy. So like we could get a package for 10, 20, 30, 40, or unlimited. The package we buy is just for the website, to keep the website going, but that also gives us, when we get, it's a small amount of money. I wrote it down earlier.
I think that it's probably one of those. I mean, we haven't really discussed logistics, but it's probably something that we'll cover that.
Yeah,
we'll cover the cost. The only thing that you'll cover is what we
how
want
much
to
we want to bet.
Yeah, how much we want to bet, but we'll cover the website cost.
Right,
and does it cost anything to actually sign up for?
No. I don't think so. So if we paid like $30 to have 20 people in it, then we all register emails, and then we get alerts when people die or anybody dies on the list.
We're not going to ask you the money for that $30. No. We'll cover that.
Yeah, it keeps track of who's leading the pack and whatever. But we just want to get a number of who's interested, and then when we get that number, say it's 10 or 20 people, we'll talk about how much money we want to throw in for 2017, and then who wins money. So if there's 20 of us, everybody throws in $20 to $50, whatever we decide on. I think it's a group thing. Then first place gets this amount, second place gets this amount, up to like whatever, fifth place, and sixth place gets their money back. Whatever I think we figured out as a group. But right now we'll keep talking about it in future podcasts. But if you're interested in doing a death pool, hit us up. Let us know.
It's fun as shit.
It'll be fun as fuck. And it's fucked up. It's twisted, but that's our kind of humor. So hit us up and be like, hey, if you do the death pool, I'm in. Let us know. Send us an email or a tweet or whatever, and we'll write you down. And we'll start coordinating it. It's fuck. What is today?
Today's August 13th.
August 13th. We have to January 1st till it starts. But if we could set it up in October, it's called the funeral home. Set it up. Set up our page. Set up everybody who's in it. Distribute. Get money cashed in, get everybody on paper. Yeah. So we got some time to do it, but fucking that's what
and again, if you want to take a look at it, just Google Doug Stanhope Celebrity Death Pool. It comes up. It's probably the biggest one in the country. Yeah. One of the biggest ones.
We researched. I researched about 3 of them. Doug Stanhope's that's probably the best one. We picked 20. You'll end up picking 20 celebrities that you think will die. And like I already had a few in my head. Like I would pick Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
I would pick
Don't be giving away your picks.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to give away my picks, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, and the thing is think about it. And it gives you go to the website. It tells you every day. It's the who's pushing up daisies now. Yeah. It's like that update, who died. And like most of the time you read it, you don't know who these people are. No. And it tells you like who this person is. And we even had like Rob Long, the year that I did it, he found, I don't remember who it was, what they did, but he found out that person had like stage 4 cancer or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they weren't in the system as a celebrity. Yeah. So he wrote either to Doug Stanhope or he wrote the administrator. They added that person, and then when they released the picks, Doug Stanhope had that person in his pool.
That's crazy.
And Rob Long's like, "Come on!" He's like, "You fucking only have him because," which is great. Yeah. I think he ended up dying. Like people do a lot of research. Yeah. I mean, there'll be people like who you look at probably the top winners. Their whole list are like, I've never heard of these people because they're in it like for the money. To me, I'm just gonna make up a funny list.
Yeah, right.
Like I just think it'd be funny. Like, oh, this motherfucker has this person. Yeah. Like
I'm having people everybody knows. Bill Cosby, shit like that. Like, but you can have anybody you want in that list. Mm-hmm. And I
and the website, like you type in their name, and if they're in the system, it'll pull it up. And if they're not, it gives you an option to you have to submit. You have to submit like their wiki page or something like that. And then
it was something like 15% of the people have to know who it is off of just their name, or it was some weird rules. Or you could submit it, and we'll keep talking about it. But we want to get ahead of it before we don't want to be in December like, all right, who's in? Right. Let's get this shit set up. So hit us up if you're fucking interested.
Yeah, please let us know. We really want to do it.
Yeah,
and I think with our group we can get a decent
Absolutely.
amount. So because we got a lot of sick, demented people who listen to us.
Yeah.
So
douchebags.
Yeah. So I guess the only other thing that's left, or Spicy, got any shout out or fuck yous that you want to give? We just passed the 3-hour mark.
Oh,
so,
Jesus.
You want to give any shout out or fuck yous, and we can wrap this bitch up and start the party.
I wanted to give a shout out to Rob Long. I wanted to give a shout out to Dave for serving in the Navy and giving you that flag. Dave, hit us up. Let us know what ship that the flag was carried on, and then we will mark that the shadow case. What do you call that?
Shadow box.
Shadow box. Appropriately. Fuck yous. I also have Rob Long on there again. He did break the chair on Broadcast 1. I got a fuck you for people who are taking pictures and videos with iPads. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, I see that shit too, and I'm like, yeah, stop it. Shame on you. Fucking people are behind you. Like, the camera, like you said, the camera quality isn't that fucking good.
I don't think so.
You fucking dumb fucks. It's embarrassing. And then people who are doing bunny ears, stop it.
Yep, stop it. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's sending questions. But big shouts out to Maverick. That fucking fuck, marry, kill right off the bat set the tone for the rest of it. So thank you. Shout out to Yeti mugs, because that's what we represent. Get your shit together. Bring it to the U.S., you fucks.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cat Williams. Shout out to my man in the wheelchair in Chicago. Represent. Any fuck yous. I'm still heated. I know to you guys it seems last week, but fuck you to Hope Solo.
Yeah, yes, I was hoping you were going to say that. Fuck Hope Solo.
Yeah, definitely. So, other than that, guys, we love you. Social media, Nasty and Friends, Twitter, Instagram, sending questions. Probably finish the questions on our next podcast, hopefully. So we're going to definitely need some more. Like I said, Nasty Friends and everything, Facebook. We love the fuck out of you. We love doing this shit. We're going to get Spicy to quit his job. Come here. We're going to try to start a petition for the fucking bunny ears.
Yeah.
You guys, other than that, you guys just remember, life is simple. Don't be a dick. Night sluts.
Hi, Rob Long here with your weekly animal update. Flathead catfish. Flatheads grow to a length of 61 inches and may weigh up to 123 pounds, making it the second largest North American catfish after the blue catfish. Their average length is about 25 to 46 inches. Their maximum recorded lifespan is 24 years. Males are mature from 16 centimeters or 6.3 inches and 4 years of age, while females mature from 18 centimeters or 7.1 inches and 5 years of age. They may mature as late as 10 years. The world angling record flathead catfish was caught May 14, 1998 from Elk City Reservoir in Kansas. It weighed a whopping 123 pounds, 9 ounces. Their native range includes a broad area west of the Appalachian Mountains, encompassing large rivers of the Mississippi, Missouri, and Ohio basins. The range extends as far north as Canada and far west as Arizona, south to the Gulf of Mexico, including northern Mexico. Flatheads cannot live in full-strength seawater, but they can survive at 10 ppt for a while they thrive at about 5 ppt. Flatheads prefer live prey. They are voracious carnivores and feed primarily on other fish, insects, worms, and crustaceans. Spawning occurs in late June and early July, and the nest made in areas with submerged logs and other debris. The males, which also build the nest, fiercely and tirelessly defend the fan and the clutch. The size of the clutch varies proportionately to the size of the female. An average of 2,640 eggs per kilogram of fish are laid. The fry frequent shallow areas with rocky and sandy substrates, where they feed on insects and worms such as annelids and polychaetes. Young flatheads are also cannibalistic, which has largely precluded their presence in aquaculture. Signing off for Pagnasty and Brown, this has been a weekly animal update, as always brought to you by John Jameson and Sons. I'm Rob Long. Go fuck yourself.
Original bad boy.